I put the intro on and then I realised it's the guest number 1 on the bottom. I'm like, oh.
Fair enough. How is everybody?
Hi, everybody.
How you feeling, Tanya?
I'm all right.
Very warm.
You look well pissed off, Tanya.
You really do.
You look really pissed off.
You look like you're about to fight someone.
You do like that.
Finishing my dinner. Having my dinner down my face.
Okay then.
Oh man. Not
just
right.
eat on stream. The amount of times I've eaten on stream is ridiculous.
Oh, I don't know.
I think we've all done it at some point.
Hi, Francis. Greg. Hi, Greg. How's things?
Hi, Greg.
Hello, everybody.
Stefan. Hello, everybody. Valhalla Inverts, is that? Somebody did
James.
put the name up. James, there you go. I knew that, honest.
I don't know what's going on in my life.
You commented on his post on Facebook the other day.
Invert King said, I have not seen you in ages.
But yeah,
Not
so
seen you for about 5 minutes.
this stream might not go as smoothly as usual because I am actually streaming it off my phone.
You're
Do
fine.
they normally go smoothly then?
Ours never do. I don't know why yours should be different.
No, exactly.
Like, I've never actually hosted a live
We're normally
on
winging
my
it
phone
and
like
just
this. So
making the best of the mess we create.
yeah.
Oh, she
Okay. Oh, of course, James. It's James Ernst, isn't it? Valhalla Inverts.
Yeah.
Of course it is. My apologies, mate. I know exactly who you are now.
Sure up.
He can't help it. He's old.
I think we've got a stalker on Ebs.
Who's old?
Me.
I thought you said he can't help it. He's old.
I did.
That's what I thought you said.
So have you got your hair curly? Have you just plaited it or have you crimped it?
I've got a crimper, but I did have it in plaits yesterday, but it only plaited to the top half. I had the bottom half out, so
it looks more like a plait curl than a crimp curl.
Yeah. Because it's really big crimp, but like I just look like a poodle.
No, you don't. It looks nice. I like
I
it.
like it.
It
How
looks
is it-
better when it's like gone down. But
I like it.
so everyone's been dying this week by the sounds of it.
Oh, God, everybody's... I mean, it's a miracle Jen's with us tonight because she's been awful all week.
Oh, and literally today I woke up and I went to do the school run because I wanted to go and dye my hair. So I could go uptown after I'd done the school run. I got as far as the school. I was like, no, going home.
If you remember what I sounded like last week, Jen's been sounding like that all week.
Oh, I've been terrible. I've been walking around I'm literally hobbling around like a pangolin. Do you know what I mean? Like small.
Lovely
It doesn't
Ross
sound that bad.
Jones, did he?
I sound right now, but you should have
Well,
seen me.
I weren't going to keep them all for myself.
Yeah, but there's, there's sharing and there's sharing, Rob, you know.
Yeah, but you're supposed to share things with someone you love, and I did.
Yeah.
Just happened to be the lurgy this time.
Yeah. Chocolate works better.
The kids can keep
Well, I'll
it.
lick a bar of chocolate next time then.
Oh no, I felt.
Oh, don't
I
I
have
want chocolate.
Oh no, I felt bloody awful all week. I really didn't think I was going to be on this stream.
Looked it, sounded it, and yeah, it's a miracle.
But no,
Really, I shouldn't be wearing makeup, but I weren't coming on looking like death.
you can't see that you've got a sore eye though.
No, it's not that bad at the minute, but like the past few days, it's been ridiculous. Like I think this cream, give me cream instead of eye drops.
Oh no, I feel eye drops. I can't put cream in the eyes. I can put eye drops in, but
I find the cream better. You put it in the corner and it disperses. I like the cream.
It's like a weird, like waxy sort of cream, and like, oh no, it's horrible.
you do look different today though, Ebz. I can't think what it is, but it's not the hair.
I just look knackered.
You don't look knackered. Have you done your eyebrows?
It might be my eyebrows. Like, they're a bit more like villainish today.
That could be what it is. I don't know. I'm looking at it going, something's different. I like them.
If I do my eyebrows like a certain way, Francis is like, "Who are you killing today then?"
Oh, mine differently.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Lexi,
I don't think
Lexi
they'd enjoy
forgot
it.
you were a part of the Webbers.
Yeah, but I've only just joined, so it's fair enough, innit? So.
Ebz, you didn't do the intro. Yes, you did.
What intro?
The intro.
This one that we were talking about when I come on. Because he watches this stream and they talk very chavvy.
Oh.
And I was taking the piss and I'm like, I'll go on the stream and I'll start talking like that.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, do it. And
You
I'm
have
like,
to give us an impression of it now.
No.
We all need to know what this sounds like now. Come on.
Like when we had the meeting with the nursery earlier, he started doing it, and I'm like, oh my god, stop! It's like they sit there and then go, yeah. So every time we turn around to say yes to him, he's like, yeah.
My son comes in and he goes, "It's ping," and I go,
"Oh
what?
God!"
Oh my god! Do you know what? I mean, especially where I am. I mean, I should imagine it's worse where you are, Tanya. But where I am, I can't understand anyone. It's like you get anyone under like 30 here, and they're talking a freaking alien language.
going to Birmingham.
I say to Aaron, "What does that mean?" I said, "Do you speak like that all the time at school?" And he goes, "No, I only do it to wind you up." I was like, "Oh, God."
Yeah, I know.
Ping is meant to mean like good or nice or something like that, isn't it?
Ping, I've never heard of ping.
What we used to call wicked, man, wicked.
Boston.
Exactly. Why don't you use normal words like that? You know.
Oh, Francis, stop.
Because hello,
This massive.
Hi.
Hey, Jess.
Jessie wants to tell you a random fact. Go on then.
Oh, go on then.
Come on then.
Don't everybody say you just sit in your pants though.
Did you know that sloths are actually really good swimmers and can hold their breath for 40 minutes. That's twice as long as an emperor penguin can.
Wow.
I knew they were really good swimmers.
Exactly. You know.
I did know they could hold their breath for a long time. I didn't know how long.
I'm both down now. Like, they're both,
Okay, bye.
you're both in your pants. You can't
See you, Jess.
Hi.
Bye.
Hi, Gav.
Bye. Get to bed.
Hi, Gav.
Here, Gav.
Hello.
But yeah, these people call like clothes and outfits drip.
I know sick, that's about it. But it's like text messages as well, the abbreviations for things, what emojis mean. I don't know what any of that means either.
Oh God, I mean, yeah.
I used to go, what's it mean?
That's like the worst. The one thing, I'm going to sound like really, really old man here now, but the worst thing I hate is like when people abbreviate words in text messages. It's just like, speak fucking English.
What, like mate, M8?
Yeah, exactly, that sort of thing. And
Like
yeah,
Christmas for Xmas.
It would take
Yeah.
me longer to find
I
the
do- I
eight
do it all
when
the time.
Like
I know,
like when
and
I
you-
say I don't know, I just put IDK.
Yeah, I do it all the
see
time.
that?
I must drive you nuts.
that drives me insane, especially when you reply to something and you just put K. That's like, why can't you even be bothered to put O in front of it?
I put TBH, to be honest, because that's
I
quite
do
long.
as well. I do.
So really, when we're talking in the chat, Rob's sat there just pulling his hair out.
Oh, I'm sitting there thinking, Jesus Christ, no.
If I put a
It's
K,
not-
I'm normally busy and it's just easier to press K than you cry and I haven't answered you at all.
See, I'm the type of person that actually spells okay with the AY at the end.
That's even longer. Thank you.
Exactly.
With most people's phones, on the predictive text, it will come up and you just click that once you've done the first letter anyway.
Oh God, Francie. His head's gonna blow.
No,
What's one?
that really.
It's
does
May. I don't know what you
wind me
mean,
up.
to be honest.
One. I like that
It's
one.
not that I'm trying to say that I speak the Queen's English. Jesus Christ, if you know me, I don't. Far from it. But
Not
you
the
know.
Queen. Not the Queen's English. No, no.
no.
Not the Queen.
Oh, I found this woman on TikTok, and like she looks like a proper like punk woman, and then she opens her mouth and she talks like proper English, and it's just like,
Oh,
Oh, hello.
Hey,
My
see?
name's Chastity.
See, James
literally.
and Gav both say K is bad because if somebody just puts K, you think, oh shit, what have I done?
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh God, you know.
But if me and Francis are having an argument and we're messaging each other, it's just okay.
no,
Exactly. That's what I see it like.
Busy, it's like, okay.
It's a good job he wasn't having an argument with me, because when I'm having an argument with someone, I just say, piss off and don't answer him.
Oh, there you go.
End of story.
I will make an effort to put the O in front next time.
Well,
Okay.
it's not too much trouble.
Okay.
Oh my
You know,
God.
I know one extra letter will take a nanosecond of your time.
Nanoseconds are very precious, you know.
I'm just not going to text you, Giles. That's it.
Yeah, see? See? Do a Tanya and just ignore you completely.
Does it
But-
anyway?
Technically, we've like abbreviated your name.
Yeah, we have, yeah. I just can't get
Technically.
used to saying Robert.
I can't stand the name. I hate it. I call him just call him Giles, or just if I'm in a shop, which way? Or Bobby, or
But most people know me as Rob anyway.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
just a
but
weird.
when you introduce yourself, you always say, I'm Robert.
Yeah, it's a weird name.
Oh, God's sake.
It's a weird name.
You dissed
I
my
was
cake.
going to be called Robert if I was a boy, apparently.
I was going to call that.
His parents call him Bobby, so we'll call him Bobby. Or
Bob.
Bert. I like Bert.
My mum insists on calling me that.
What, Bob? Or Bert?
Bobby.
Bobby. Oh.
Because I'm named after Bobby Moore.
Ah.
And that's why my mum will all forever insist on calling me Bobby.
Right.
Should call you Bert. Bertie.
Is it a bad thing that I don't know who that is?
More Rob.
Actually, just call me whatever the hell you like. I mean,
Oi.
yeah, exactly. Like Hayden says, you don't want to know what he calls me, or I call him back.
I have a friend in Howsham. She uses a K, but I take it the wrong way. I just think it's just easier. It's no difference putting a K than a thumbs up, isn't there?
I was in Howsham the other weekend. Funny enough. Yeah.
Has anybody got anything new and exciting this week?
I've got something new. I had it come through the post today.
Tanya might have done. What was yours, Giles? Bobby? Bertie?
let Tanya go first.
Bob a job. Oh, well, you know.
Oh, you don't want to start picking on me tonight.
No, you all know what I got anyway. I got my new lovely little golden axolotl. Thanks to
baby.
Mrs. up there giving me some really good advice, because I've been umming and ahhing about it for, God, ages. So I took the plunge and went and got him, and he is fab. I can't stop looking at him.
They're
And
so
he's
much
like-
easier to look
so
after
he's-
than people think, aren't they?
It's super cute.
Like,
It
so
really
much
is
easier
cute.
to look after.
Well, yeah, until you go onto the axolotl like groups and you think,
Yeah, don't.
Do you know what?
'cause,
If you
like,
go
they're
on
like
to-
reptile group.
Oh, exactly. I was going to say there's a crested gecko group that I'm part of, and Jesus Christ, some of the people on there, it's like, oh, you have to have this, you have to have this, you have to have this. Well,
Yeah.
actually, if you do your research, you don't.
they were going on about filters and how much, I don't even know it was, but there was all numbers there, and I thought, what is that?
The amount of people that reckon that you need like an external filter, and I'm like, but you don't need an external filter for the size of the tank that they're in. Maybe if it was like a 6 foot, but
I had to change my filter actually, because the one that I already had in there, I made this stupid mistake of forgetting that it's got to be fully submerged, and the way it goes across, it's not fully submerged, so it wasn't working properly. So I took that out, bought a new one, and I've had to mess with it a little bit, because first of all it came out really quick, and the poor little thing was yeah, he was in his high going, oh, what are you doing? Managed to turn it down, and I've put like a little stopper thing, because there was water shooting out of one end, and I thought, no, it's too much. So I've put a little stopper thing on the end of it, and now it's just flowing through, you know, the little holes, the little,
yeah.
at quite a nice rate, and he's okay. But his food was flying everywhere as well. I was like, no.
Whoops.
He's all right now. He's all right now.
His worm.
He's super cute. It's just about his eyes. I'll mute you for a second.
Hello?
Yeah, the dog. So what have
What's
you got
she
then?
barking at?
Who knows?
Something outside. No doubt.
I caught a new friend.
Ooh.
You caught a new friend.
Mm.
What have you caught?
Just one of them little zebra jumping spiders, but it's the biggest one I've ever seen.
Oh,
Oh, you've caught one of them. Oh, cool.
I had one in my car the other day, and I was in a rush and I had nothing to put it in, so I just kind of moved it, and yeah, I
Well,
was able to get it.
I opened the bin yesterday because I was putting it out, and it was just on the lid, and I'm like, yeah, you're not living in a bin.
Let me make you a nice new home.
But I think it's female. I'm not sure. They're not easy to like check, are they? But
No.
it seems happy enough. It's made like a little web hide thing. So
Oh, cool.
Sorry, Martin just walked in and the dog just goes nuts. So
What did you get, Rob?
I've got something for a toad tank, my new fire-bellied toad tank that I'm building. I've got an orchid.
an orchid.
A plant?
I've got a jewel orchid.
Oh, nice.
It is nice.
Very nice. Are
It's
they
like-
easy to keep?
Apparently so.
Oh,
You can't put them in a toad tank, though.
Oh yes, you can.
yeah, you
An
can.
orchid.
Yeah. This
I hope
particular
that
type you can.
I thought that's it. I thought they were quite delicate. That's why I like them, but I never buy them because I kill it.
No, this isn't a flowering orchid. It's like it's got these like purplish green leaves, and they've got like a lightning pattern all over them.
So it's not an orchid.
It's an orchid.
Oh.
It's a proper orchid. Not all orchids flower.
Oh. What's Francis got? A female?
Hello.
If in a Madagascarensis, it's the
Orb weaver.
big Madagascar orb weaver.
Oh, yes.
Right,
In
Lee?
fact, Francis, bring it in. I'll try and show her.
Is it Luna? Wyvern Stronghold, or is
Luna, Tyler,
it Tyler? That's the
whatever you
one,
want to call
Tyler.
her.
Who's that one?
Kylie, Stefan.
Wyvern Stronghold.
Yes, that's it. Yeah,
Yes, Deborah.
Luna. I don't recognise enough number.
So, James, what have you bought? Because you said you're going to have to shred your credit cards.
Leave my
Oh,
punch
God.
back alone, Lee. All right.
Oh, we're all a sexy bunch of grapes, apparently.
We're not going to do it
Obviously.
with us, are we? We're going to have to try and...
Not massive
We have to
yet.
try and,
Because
like...
it's actually going to be living free roam in the Invert Kingdom. So I've not
Look at
took it out
that.
the tub yet.
Oh, wow.
But there's
Nice.
videos on. There's a picture on Instagram.
I did see that.
Like, she's stunning. Like, she's got whites and gold and everything on her.
I have seen
I
a
did.
picture.
I did see the picture. Yeah.
Is that?
But she
oh,
was sent in this box.
yeah.
She's a decent size though, Francis.
But you won't see the. Well, you
Yeah, she's sat the other way around.
just set a web up already. And I don't want to.
You can see the colour of that box.
Got stuff on the way for the start of my
Ooh,
channel.
look at that.
Really.
Is that hot sauce by any chance?
Can't see it the other way because obviously it's
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Kind
God,
of.
yeah.
No.
opaque the other way.
Nice though,
Some
mate.
legs on her. Wow.
Where'd you get it from,
Yes.
Francis?
At the back you can't see.
Your
it,
back, you can't see
unfortunately.
through it.
No.
The only way that we'd be able to show you is getting her out, and we haven't added that long, so...
Where'd you get it from?
But there's like I said, there's a picture on my Instagram, and there's gonna be a video on her because I'm gonna let her live free roam in the Invert Kingdom. So.
Where did you order her from?
Nice.
Someone in this stream, I think, in the comments or another stream, told me about it.
Wow.
Bugs or something like that, or Bugs before
Oh,
Bugs,
Bug
or
Box.
something like that. I've never heard of them.
Books before hugs or something.
Before
Oh,
what?
I'm
okay.
not gonna lie. I wasn't.
He's never heard of him, but then he's gone on and found this, and he's like, ooh.
I'm
No,
not
I-
gonna put a review out because I probably wouldn't give them. No, I won't give them a bad review, but
I mean, this is what
Yeah.
it got sent in.
the packaging wasn't great.
Really?
But
Yeah,
arrived all right.
Just as well.
so...
Wow, James.
Have we got... I sent a box of flies as well.
I was bothered about them.
We just pulled it out and we're like, is that it? Because there was like
So-
a mole in it, weren't there? And we thought it was dead.
Oh, God.
Oh, okay.
Stephanie, are you talking about hot chips? Are you talking about those chip things? Ugh.
Valhalla's James, isn't he? Yeah?
Valhalla is
Yeah.
James. So
Yeah.
what dwarfs have you got? I mean,
Yeah,
the
so-
anthem
I
experts.
wonder if you had to cut up your credit card with that amount.
I mean, not being funny, but that.
It was
that
literally just like that box there, and then she was there. There wasn't much packaging on top or around it. It was just like the two boxes were holding each other in place.
oh,
And
Christ.
so, like, if it took a big impact or something,
Because... Oh, that. Not this one.
Oh.
Because there's like a malt there.
Oh, yeah.
And we
Yeah.
saw that and all the flies in it, and we were like, oh my god, not again.
so the packaging wasn't great. But ultimately, she arrived all right, and she survived longer than my last one did. My last one died within 24 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's,
right.
that's the important bit, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Gav, I love Gar's free roaming.
Yeah, but if you want to see a good picture of it, look at my Instagram.
Yeah, it's on his Instagram,
Yeah,
so.
did see that.
But
Yeah,
the last
no
one
wonder
he
James
got,
has got to cut his credit card up. Jesus.
More extreme than hot chips. Ooh.
I saw it. I don't know, this isn't part of our video thing, but I have seen a video a few days ago, and the packaging was horrendous. I can't think what the video was. There was a spider, and it looked like it was just in it looked like a crumpled up piece of tissue with a spider in the box.
Oh.
I can't
I
remember.
know Wayne had a bad one from Spider Shop, but I can't remember if it was that.
James, is that what you got from Fear Not? Weren't they having a deal thing going on?
That's it. Like I say
Yeah.
that. No wonder,
But-
no wonder he's got to cut his credit cards up if he's got a beer in that lot as well.
I
Jesus.
don't have a credit card. I can't be trusted, seriously.
Francis went on Spider Shop and Sew Me Legs today and just put everything that he wanted to get in a basket, and if we could afford it, it would have been like 1,300 quid.
Oh,
Jeez.
You know what? I was so
didn't
tempted earlier when I saw that email from So Many Leaks because they got a adult female Lampropelma violocipes, and I thought, oh,
I purposely not opened the email and looked.
I haven't
I've
looked.
got an enclosure sat here that would do perfectly
But-
for something that size.
Spider Shop have got a lot of breeding pairs that we want as well.
See, I just don't open the emails now. I just go, no, I'm not going to be
See,
tempted. It goes, oh,
that's-
this is this. I'm like, shut up.
Yeah, that's the one spider that I would buy. If you know,
I
that's
buy
the one that I
spiders.
would want. Hi, Andy. How are you?
Hi, Andy.
Look,
Okay, Rob. Fear Not did a sale that included 6 dwarf species. Oh no way!
Oh, end species.
That's the lava. That's the lava tarantula, isn't it? The Panama.
Mm.
Orphanacus cebu,
I've only
Gabonensis.
heard of 2 of them.
Which species?
I've got a Brunipes. I've got an adult female.
I've got an NNC. I've got a Bruno Peas as well, yeah.
see,
The Columbia's the
I am-
pumpkin patch, isn't it?
I am
Yeah,
so
my-
jealous of your Panama, though. I've got to admit.
yeah,
And
my
the Gabonensis.
I
I
don't-
want one of them.
I want another one, but I want the large. I want the large.
Like we keep finding the species Costa, and then as soon as we get the money, it's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Francis really wants one. It's just
I did see who was selling. Jen, we looked at this. Who was selling the red colour form pumpkin patch? It was horrifically expensive, but who was selling it?
Hi, Thomas.
It might have been Spider Shop. Was it
oh,
Spider
wait,
Shop?
Portsmouth, because I know Portsmouth has
Thomas.
had a
Was it? No, it weren't Portsmouth, was it?
Oh, Portsmouth. It was.
Yeah, that's it. Nichinoculus Panama, yeah.
Sunburst dwarf. Yeah.
You do have a lava as well.
Mm.
Not at all
I'm sure it
jealous.
wasn't. Who sent the email out today? It's So Many Legs, isn't it?
Yeah,
Was it a couple of weeks ago? Wasn't it? You showed. Because
it might have been the Spider Shop then.
I'm sure it's a Spider Shop.
It might well have been. It was like,
Let's go.
Because you look at a lot of those forum pages there, don't you, sir?
yeah, I do.
Oh,
Now, you see, yeah, there you go. Andy said Spider Shop had them for about 75 quid each. Yeah, for like
Yeah.
a 1
Wow.
centimetre sling.
Mm. What's the
I've
half
got
and
quite a lot on there.
That's the Victory, Sama Payas Victory.
That's what I want. I want one of those next, I think.
But
They're pretty. They are.
So Many Legs have got Sabas in, haven't they?
Have
That's
they?
right. Yeah, they got Sabar Blues in, yeah. And they've got
Adults
some amazing
and
spiders on that
swing.
email. Not gonna lie.
Oh, Scott, you
The
had to get
Spider Shop had about 19 Celadonias in.
Lexi, not a llama, it's a lava. They call it the lava tarantula.
Llama.
Mind you, can you imagine a llama tarantula? That'd be pretty cool. Big fluffy tarantula with llama fur on it.
No, llamas
Big
are
curly
nasty.
llama hair all over it. That'd be cool.
Oh, don't-
Hi,
Llamas
Diana.
are nasty, man.
Yeah, they're not my favourite.
no.
I remember at college I had to go clean out the alpacas, and I got literally charged.
You've heard the llama story with my son. I'm not going to say that again. But
I've walked a llama.
Huh?
On a farm, I've walked a llama.
oh yeah, you said.
I've walked it around this big field and, big through some woodland and that.
Mm.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah, they're all right as long as you don't upset them.
Yeah.
Hi, Diana.
Hi, Diana.
Hi, Suzanne.
Yeah.
Hi.
Oh, Gav said he wants the llama tea as well. Definitely.
Can you imagine just like a little miniature llama with like 8 legs?
Just,
And a long neck.
Thomas has just put something good up. He says, "I want a tarantula-sized jumper." Can you imagine how cute that would be?
yeah.
A tarantula-sized jumping spider.
Yeah.
You know, the other week when he was saying about the Portsmouth order that he could have got.
Yeah,
Wait, last week.
Oh
Yeah.
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 Yeah, he was saying, "Oh, they've got jumping spiders. Do you want one?" And I thought I told him to get me one, and it didn't send, so he didn't get me one. And now Spider Shop's got one, so we might be ordering one tomorrow if still there when we got paid.
Oh.
Nice.
That's the only reason why I caught the zebra one, because I want another jumping spider.
Now, see, I would love
Thinking
another
about
jumping
it.
spider, but I've not had much success with mine, so I'm really, really reluctant to get them.
Yeah. I mean, I've been struggling with mantids, but like the one that I've had it like over a month now, and it seems fine. So
It's my
I seem
mantis.
to be doing all right.
Well, see, Hayden's got a mantis. It's he can't remember if it's was it an African lion mantis or something similar to what you had, or was it an Asian something mantis?
I had African lines.
You had an African lion mantis, I know that, but his has just molted again.
Oh. I've got an Asian and a ghost.
I had a ghost mantis. That is nice. They are.
My
little
ghost mantis was the one that lasted the
Indian
longest.
mantis.
Oh, see, I
There you
want
go. Giant Asian mantis is what Hayden's got.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what I've got.
Greg said
I've got a
velvet.
giant Asian.
I love my little velvet spider. I'm gutted, but not annoyed.
Is that the wall canary, isn't it?
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
really wanted the red one as well.
Oh yeah,
I thought the red one's a male
that's it.
when it matures. I saw
Oh,
that
yeah.
someone's had
Yeah.
matured out into a male.
Oh,
today.
Suzanne Avic had a molt as well this week. Oh.
Yeah, good luck with that, Francis. Says he's just got to try and order you the jumping spider without ordering anything else. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
gonna
that's gonna be hard.
Hold me back.
I bought some of those bubble popping toys for my kids, but it was fun for like 2 minutes.
Oh, they're like poppets.
Anne loves hers.
They liked it for a little bit, but they just preferred bubble wrap.
She got a whole pack of them, all different ones that she bought with her birthday money.
I'd rather just get them old school poppies where you just turn it inside out, put it on the table, and wait for it to jump.
No, that's like those things you used to have as kids, like little.
That's so cool.
Jesse, you're going to expect very nice, bud.
Yeah, Tyler, you definitely need to get spiders. You're missing out.
Get a Bercy first.
Oh yeah. Oh, mine molted again. I managed to get. I think I don't know if you saw it up on Facebook, Ebs. I actually managed to get a shot of mine, and oh my god, the colours on it now.
Either.
Gav,
I'll have
how
a look in a
little
minute.
babies getting on?
I'll send you a picture.
Okay. But mine's
was-
absolutely stunning. But now
Yeah,
I moved her
mine-
into that enclosure. Instead of having like a web thing behind the cork bark, she's done it in the corner between the cork bark and the rock on the floor, which
I've
is
just put
really
it up in the
weird.
chat.
Francis, my juvie costs enough on so many legs, let me tell you.
Look how
What's that,
shiny!
the Metallica? Oh yeah,
What,
I love how shiny the carapaces are.
my Versi.
Oh, I know.
I know, it's gorgeous.
Hi, Darcy.
Gav, how are your little curly hair babies getting on?
Oh God.
What I wanted
Yeah,
to know.
Suzanne, the stickers are going out next week.
Oh, I can get mine off you tomorrow. It's Hayden
Exactly.
had
The stickers. No, he doesn't yet. I've been teasing him, dragging it out.
Yeah, but
I said he's not allowed to have one before you've got one.
but he's got one really.
No,
oh,
he
did you
hasn't.
not hear me,
one.
Gav?
Put one on the back of your phone. That's what I did.
Gav, how are your baby curly hairs? That's what I wanted to know.
Talking of babies, there aren't going to be any
I'd
baby.
like a couple.
There aren't going to be any
Okay.
baby diversipies.
Oh.
She made a sack, but it was bad, and then this female died.
Oh no.
So there's not going to be any babies, I'm afraid.
I'm not having a baby Avix either.
It was a shame because I was really hoping that I'd get some babies of them.
Oh. One of
Yeah,
Doug-
Craig dropped us a message the other day saying there's no chance of Avix babies now. And we're like, oh God, don't tell us Philip died. And like, no, female died.
Yeah, that's what happened with the diversipies. Apparently, she laid a bad sack, and then apparently I don't know what went wrong, but she just died after laying that sack.
Oh. Was she old?
Don't know.
Maybe she was.
I mean, he's bred from her before, so.
But the sun tiger male, you know, the one that we got from the spider shop, not yours, Rob.
Yeah.
That's croaked it.
Really?
So we think he was an old male that they've sent us.
Yeah.
Oh, do you have the male die?
He wasn't even interested or anything. He weren't making sperm webs, and it just.
Yeah, Francis has just said all hopes of the meanie babies rest with my male now.
Yeah.
It sounds
She is,
Well,
she is starting to look a bit fatter though.
Good.
I was looking
Fingers
at her
crossed. We'll
earlier.
get lots of babies from her.
I'm just supposed to message Kieran actually see if he's tried mine again, my Amelia again.
Yeah.
Oh, Diana's got baby gecko eggs. What kind of gecko, Diana?
Ooh. Like we've had a couple of clutches, leopard geckos, but like we just didn't have an incubator or anything, and we're like, oh my god, this is not the best time.
No.
And then it just killed her because she had 3 clutches, I think, and she just wouldn't put weight back on. She was super skinny, and it would just, she just croaked it.
They did away.
Oh. So hopefully next year I'm going to be breeding my gargoyles. So
we have a gargoyle.
There. So I've got, I've got a male and 2 females. So fingers crossed we can get some babies of them.
I just want some goddamn females, all my chewing out male. So.
Yeah, we moved the tokay in here the other day that we don't see.
Need to
Francis, if I get babies, you can have one.
Gav, I just got an axolotl, so yeah, I'm moving into the amphibian malarkey.
Oh, good night, Thomas.
Speaking of axolotls.
Oh, bye, Thomas.
Bye, thank you for coming anyway.
Tyler says, I'd love a cresty, but I have expensive taste. I want a lily white. Now, you see, I want an exanthic. That's what I want.
We have a Dalmatian, a Halloween, and a flame.
See, my Cresty's a flame, and he's partial Dalmatian as well, and he's partial pinstripe as well.
Ooh,
mine's a Harlequin.
But the one I sent in the group chat was the Halloween one.
Yeah, that's stunning.
It's the contrast of the colours. It's just, oh my god.
Yeah.
The geckos don't really do anything for me.
You like Kermit?
I like them. I like yours. They're nice enough to have a little play with. But I think the size of the enclosure for what it is like, nah, I can't do it.
No, you see, if I had the room and I had the money, I would have like a wall of just gecko tanks.
Yeah, but I'm just thinking, the size of your enclosure for one gecko, I can have 4, adult pokey enclosures there. So.
Yeah, that's true.
My leopard gecko's got a 3-foot tank.
That's what I mean.
Well,
but they need the space. Like they walk a lot, whereas like tarantulas just like hunker down, don't they?
She does like to hunt, so yeah. I could have got away with putting her in a little bit of a smaller tank, but I had a 3-foot one, so she went in that.
But the thing is, my geckos use their enclosures.
Yeah, they do.
Use every bit of space of their enclosures.
Yeah.
So, if I had them in anything smaller, I think it'd be detrimental.
Oh, they're huge. You can hear them leaping around in the middle of the night.
Oh, I want a robusta.
Lexi, I can fit in that.
I know, Lexi.
Lexi, you should see the one that's next to me. Like, I can fit in this one. I mean, I can actually show you because I'm on my phone.
Didn't you have a robustum, Jen?
I did, yeah.
You can fit in that one.
So. Yeah. We need to really sling.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, you really could fit in that one.
Look at Nala.
We could
look at
all of us could fit in that one.
That's so cute. Oh, she's sleeping.
Wow.
She's gorgeous.
Yeah, she really is.
Hello.
Oh, sleep.
That's it. The head scratches.
She loves a good chin scratch.
Just like a
Brown
cat.
face iguana. It is an iguana, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Green
thought that was his name.
See, they say green iguanas don't make very good pets, but I guess it's like anything else. It depends on their temperament and
They're all different, aren't they?
yeah.
See, I like rhino
Males are
iguanas.
the worst.
Well,
Males are ridiculously bad. But like, we would never recommend getting one, just because of like the space they need and like the attention they need and everything. And most of the time they are nasty. But the only reason we got her is because someone I went to uni with was having to move out of his house and couldn't take her.
right.
And he was like, I'd rather go to somebody that I know is going to look after her properly, knows what they're doing, than some random person to come and buy her.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So we ended up with her
How long have you had it, Ebz?
since September.
Uh,
But she is 10,
wow.
so she's an old lady now.
So my mum's got a bearded dragon. I quite like that, but I still wouldn't want one of those. I'd like a chameleon if I had space, which I don't.
I just
Yeah,
want
see,
everything.
I would definitely have more geckos.
I would have everything if I was allowed to tell you.
Well, that's true, isn't it?
Yeah,
That is true.
I definitely want to replace the spiders that I've lost. Definitely.
Yeah.
I want my canker charm back. I really just want to canker charm. I die in need of a Hamori.
I'll tell you the other thing that Andy's got that I'm really, really tempted by, and I mean seriously tempted by. He's got a female Thrixopel moroccotti. I am so tempted by that.
What, the one with so many legs?
Yeah.
Francis was saying earlier he's surprised that that's not been snapped up.
I am seriously tempted by that because my male was absolutely stunning.
I'm surprised you haven't snapped that up.
I'm thinking about it.
I am
Don't
gobsmacked.
think
You
too hard, it'll be gone.
This
Yeah.
is true. This is true.
Yeah. Thing is though, especially with you, Rob, there's every now and again there's not like I hope you haven't got like you probably have got a massive list, but you don't say a lot about it. And every now and again you go, oh, I really want one of those badly. See, I've kind of gone that way now. I only really want to buy stuff that I really, really want now.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
saying.
see, the thing is, I want more true spiders, but I want wandering spiders.
You want the naughty ones.
Yeah.
I do want the naughty ones, but I won't have the naughty ones. But oh my god, I'd love them.
Francis,
mine
was a female. It wasn't adult yet. It was very, very close, but
Yeah.
crazy bats.
But you see, my Madagascar wandering spider's molted again now, and I'm pretty sure it's female, and it's a good. I mean, I've got it in one of those spider shop enclosures that are like 15 centimeters square and 20 tall. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
And if she stretched her legs out, she would nearly touch both sides now.
I'll bring that enclosure tomorrow.
Yeah, she is big now.
Remind me in the morning. I'll sort that enclosure out.
So I've got to rehouse her, which is going to be interesting. I'm not worried about her being nasty. It's just she's going to have some proper speed on her now.
It's the speed.
Yeah.
And
from what I've heard, those things make huntsmen look slow.
No, I'm not a fan of huntsmen. Leggy
Actually,
things, just leggy.
I like huntsmen, but I mean these wandering spiders, they are something else.
What's up, Papa?
I prefer huntsmen to the wonders. I like my salai, but because their venom isn't particularly known, I was always very wary of it, especially having kids in the house, because I'm a bit
Well,
of a
that's
wolf.
the thing with my red fangs. They don't know virtually anything about the venom on them.
Yeah, but that just looks gnarly.
Oh, they do look gnarly, but they are such amazing looking spiders.
Francis, can you just pop a banana through the hat, please?
Yes, I remember because big elephants can always understand small
Somebody's
elephants.
wanting something to eat.
What? What's Shadow?
Because this is how I remember the word because. If you look at the first letter of each of those, big elephants can always understand small elephants.
Yeah,
The
because
first letter of
Okay.
each word spells out because.
Yeah.
I thought she's talking about something else because there's no stopping. She said, I remember because. See,
Oh yeah. So-
yeah,
I never understood what the hell it meant.
when you spell peace, it's pi C E. You get the I and the E round the right way.
yeah. Oh, Gav, I hope yours is female, mate. So I had one and it matured out male, but even the males are so pretty.
Sorry, Nala's wanting food, so
I thought it was you wanted the banana.
no, she's sat demanding. She was sat in a food bowl.
Ah, right.
Yeah,
That's where a food bowl usually is, and she just went and sat in it like, give me my food now.
Oh, you did just
I said, you can see where I am. You know what I want.
She's so funny, bless her.
Right, should we do our video of the week?
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Why
1
not?
second.
See if this works.
Also, watch
Absolutely.
your ears. I haven't
Is it gonna
edited
be
the
loud?
audio on it yet, so I'm sorry for headphone wearers. There we
That
go.
wasn't too bad.
Thank you.
I can still hear, I think.
So, who wants to go first?
Do you want to explain what our video of the week is, and Ebs for anyone that doesn't know?
Oh, yeah, because there's
So-
a few people here that probably haven't.
Yeah. So, video of the week is basically we pick our favorite video of the week. Each. We all each pick one, and then we just talk about it and why we liked it, and basically do like a review sort of thing.
Yeah, just what video we think that stood out to us this week, and like people in the chat as well. If you've seen a video that you've seen this week, that's it opens up all the channels for people that they might not have seen, or this, that, and the other. So
Absolutely.
So yeah.
So I think as a host, Ebs should go first. What video are you picking?
Tanya.
Aw.
Tanya's. Oh, the
Just
axolotl.
For yeah, just for the Axie.
Aw.
We
Yes.
all know I'm a good Axie lover, aren't I? So
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
yeah.
so cute.
he is cute. He is cute. He's currently sitting in the corner like a naughty boy. I don't know why you're over there. So he's on my table and I can see him from where I'm looking.
He really reminds me of my TV.
so
I had a
apart from,
golden one.
so apart from the fact that it's an axolotl, what did you like about the video?
Just because it's a baby. Literally, I just sat there. "Ooh."
I did do my research on that video, I have to say. I did
Yeah.
put some
I do have a
facts in.
question about the video though. I don't know I'm actually imagining this, but at the start of the video, them bits were like really red, but at the end you're feeding him the bloodworms and it looks a lot paler. Was that the light, or does it
No.
flare up like
Their
the
gills when they're eating, they close their gills and they suck it up. So that's why they kind of put all the furry bits in, don't they, Ebs?
Yeah,
The colour
but
just seemed paler.
when you
as the video
first
went
put him in
on.
the tank, you could tell he wasn't too sure because it was all pale. Like he was really pale, and then once he started settling in, the colour started to come back into him.
So is it just like
But-
they're acclimatizing?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
like that's more of like they're not happy, they're stressed sort of thing, and then once the colours start to come in, you know that they're fine. But yeah, when they suck all the food in, sometimes the food does come out of the gill.
Oh, is that what it is? I was
That's how they breathe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
because when you look at what we could watch them eat, and it looked like he was like stuck in its throat, like hi Moon.
But
Hi,
yeah,
Moon.
when Stevie had them, she had like bloodworms like sticking out everywhere.
Nice, like Medusa.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah. Yeah.
It was
Yeah,
so
see, at
cute.
the moment he's sitting in his corner, and yeah, he's they're all quite they're all very pink. The little
Yeah,
already.
Do they?
and obviously,
Do
go
they
on.
cook well on their own then? Do they? Because I know when you
Yeah.
bought, there was one left. I was like, buy both.
Technically,
That won't
they're
be there.
better on their own. Like you saw what happened to mine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Um,
would that happen if you kept females together?
no. I mean, sometimes it will. Like it depends how. It depends how much you feed them. If you're not feeding them enough, they will fight. But if you're overfeeding them, then they're just going to turn into fat blobs.
Yeah.
It was very cute. The only thing that I find a bit creepy is the fact that his eyes are the same colour as his skin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can get
I'm not-
the what are they called, Ebs, when they've got the black eyes?
The leucistic.
That's it, leucistic ones. Yeah, so
So
they're very
they're all
but they're-
white and they've got like bright pink.
See, that's what I know. That's what I know, and that's not what it looked like.
Yeah.
So
So you
yours,
can get
so yours with the same colour eyes, it looked like some zombie creature thing.
Yeah.
It's a really cute smiley thing, but
yeah, Gilly's
So-
a gold little, so he's got kind of like gold flecks in his skin.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mine has started to get them though. It's really weird.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
But mine are wild types. Toothless is a really dark version, but the only way I know he's a wild type is because he's got copper eyes. Whereas if he was a melanistic, he'd have black eyes.
Right.
has anybody in the chat seen Tanya's video on her little axolotl gillyweed? Which I think is such a cute name.
If you haven't, watch it.
Super cute.
But the pet shop clip has really motivated me more to do my axolotl video now, because like I was talking to you, Tanya, about it, weren't I, about how pet shops keep them completely wrong. And obviously, if you don't do research and you go in and you see it, you're going to pick it up and think that's how you keep them.
And that's how you do it. Yeah, yeah.
But then the pet shops are guilty of this in so many respects. You know, they'll have an animal on display because they want you to see that animal. They'll have it on display any way they can. That's the problem with a lot of pet shops, unless they are sort of speciality shops.
Yeah.
A lot of them don't necessarily know how to care for them properly.
No,
Yes,
I
he's still
think
got blue hair.
Yeah, I thought he
this
did.
particular pet shop. I mean, I was saying to Ebs, I've seen axolotls in there maybe twice in about 2 years. This is probably the third time I've seen them in there, and they're gone within a week.
Yeah.
So I guess in that respect, they know they sell really well, so they don't really set them up. You know, it's like a very temporary thing because I'm going there tomorrow, so it'll be interesting to see if the other one is still there. I very much doubt it. Very much doubt it.
Like, the worst thing was the gravel. Because
But
the
then
food
there
dropped
are.
to the floor.
When I was researching it, Ebs, there are sites that say they do eat gravel. They eat the gravel for their buoyancy.
Yeah. I mean, it depends.
I know, but people will read that and take that as gospel.
Yeah, but you don't know.
No.
You tend to believe what you first heard. Do you know what I mean? I mean, there's.
Of course you do.
Yeah.
The thing is with gravel, because it fits in the mouth, it's too big to fit out of them, which is what causes compaction, and then they will die, basically.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't use it at all. He's got big. He's got a massive big rock and some slate and some big pebbles. You know, there's no way he can fit those in his mouth.
So I have actually seen people. Oh, Lexi's just put K.
I noticed.
But I have seen people keep them in tanks with, like, you know, the little glass pebbles.
Yeah.
They fit in their mouth, and then they can't swallow them, and they can't spit them back out. So then you've got to take them to a vet to get them pulled out.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when I put those stones in there, I was really particular about, you know, just picking out the big ones. There were some smaller ones, and I didn't put those in. But I thought I can put them in tarantula tanks, you know.
Yeah.
So. But yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
Oh, good night, Gav.
They're bigger than the mouth or their head.
Hi, Gav.
You're fine.
Yeah.
Bye, Gav. Thank you for popping in.
Moon, what's Scott you on about?
Don't know.
I haven't seen it.
If it's Scott's inverts, I don't watch him.
No, I don't either.
No, I don't.
No, I don't either. So I was just checking. But no, we all liked the video. You thought it was cute.
Oh, that video was so cool.
I like your t-shirt. Your t-shirt when you walked out of the shop.
Oh, I thought you'd like that.
Is it Nightmare Before Christmas with Spider on it? I thought so.
If I can find them again, I'll get
Hi,
you.
Jade.
Hi, Jade.
Again, I'll get you one.
Things we bring for me.
Hey, Jade.
I love to walk when she's walking out, like she's holding it like.
I was just like,
It is.
t-shirt.
I walk like a penguin anyway because my arthritis.
So she's like, it's a fragile baby.
I kind of, when I put the video together, I was kind of not doing, although I put some facts, I didn't put anything about care and husbandry because I'm leaving that to Missy up there. And plus the fact I don't know what I'm talking about.
That's fair enough. I think
No.
when the first time you get any animal, unless you've had experience with that animal or you know a lot about it, you can't really do a care and husbandry video because
I think you did put quite a lot of good information. I had no idea that they're only found in certain places, like in streams and things or anything like that. So
Yeah, the fresh water.
That's fine, Jade.
Yeah, and funny enough, Annie watched it.
Yeah,
when
just
she got
nice to
home
have you
from
with us.
school, and she went, I'd like those facts, Mum. I didn't know that because Annie is absolutely besotted with him. Absolutely besotted with him.
I can
The first thing she did when she got home from school, she came and had to look at him and she went, oh, he's in his hide. Yeah, he's found his hide now. He's to see his little tail sticking out sometimes.
It'll let you know when he's hungry, when he's got proper settled in. Mine always come up to the front of the glass and I'm like...
That's what he's doing now, but I fed him already. I think he just likes that.
No, you could feed him and feed him and feed him and feed him.
See, this is the other thing. I'm not absolutely sure how much to feed him at the moment.
Just
I
give
keep
him...
giving him, I'll tell you what, let me get the axolotl things. Hang on a sec. There.
I don't think anybody actually knows the care requirements on that one, Francis.
Are they like little pellets?
Yeah. They're like the junior ones.
but what does it say on? Doesn't it say on it how often?
It probably does, but I can't read it because it's so tiny.
What size is the actual pellet though? Because like they come in different sizes.
They are small. When I sprinkled some in, I was expecting them to be a bit bigger than that, but yeah, they're they're diddy. I don't know whether you can see.
Oh, they are. They're like little fish
Oh,
pellets.
yeah.
God. They're like fish pellets.
I would try just sprinkling a few in. If it eats it, then try a few more. If it leaves a lot of debris, then it's not.
Yeah,
Is
because they will
No,
make
because half the time he
the
doesn't know
water
whether.
cloudy. Maybe give him a bit in the morning and a bit on an evening.
Yeah, I have to say his time for kind of being very active is late afternoon, kind of early evening. That seems to be his time where he's kind of out and about.
Yeah.
So that's when I've been feeding him.
It was in Jade's comment. Axolotl remind me of the golden.
Yeah, I've just read that. Always greedy and super cute. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I am planning on doing a massive video on axolotls once I've got this series out of the way. So
Yeah.
Cool.
I have some nice footage for you as well that I took the other day.
yeah, and I need to get
Yes.
I need to get loads of footage because it's going to be like literally footage with me talking over it. So.
Oh, I'll tell you what as well. Ask Abba in the chat. Abba's got
Yeah.
He sent me some information today and some pictures of his and
Yeah, I know he's got one, and I think is it Rebecca's Reptiles has got one as well.
Okay.
Jade, how's your little green dude?
Oh God, yeah, your predatory snail.
Yeah,
The little Mike.
We were talking about you the other week on here.
Mike Mazowski.
Mike Wazowski.
It was between that or Flubber.
I love that.
Oh yeah, but she was talking about my video, Francis. So you know.
So who's going next? Jen?
What?
Yeah, shut me up.
Yeah.
Jen?
Yes, let's move along.
Go.
I actually have two. Can I have two?
Yeah, why not?
Right. Our first one, was Dave's Beasties with his the molting.
I actually haven't watched that yet.
With the Metallica molting, yeah.
The Metallica molting, yeah. I just liked it because normally people just do they do a slow-mo, don't they? They speed it up and they just show the molt. I just quite liked how he explained it all and things, how he went into it. And I didn't actually I don't know whether I heard it correctly, but from what I got was once it's malted, it holds the liquid inside, and then once it's malted, it releases the liquid, and that's what makes it bigger.
Yeah, it's the blood pressure.
Yeah, I mean, I know
when it starts to pump it back through its body.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I know they get bigger through malt, but I didn't actually understand the
Oh no, Lexi.
The process.
Yeah,
I mean,
they keep it in their abdomen, don't they?
The mechanics of it, basically, they hold the fluid because once it does, because it comes out and it looks the same size, then it does this whole thing, and that pumps the fluid through the limbs.
Yeah. And
that's what makes because he was like, oh look, you can see it getting bigger now. And I was like, oh.
I haven't seen it though. I haven't watched much this week.
The one thing he did say on there that I never knew about was when they're actually molting, they secrete like a liquid around their body, and it helps them push their way out of the old exoskeleton.
Right, Greg, take care.
Okay. I knew that.
Hi, Greg. Thank you for stopping by.
Lubricated to come out.
Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't actually realise they did that.
Yeah,
I wonder if that's what causes wet malts. Then if they get too much of that,
too much moisture.
Nobody actually knows, do they?
No. It could be. Maybe they over secrete that fluid, and yeah, it could be.
Reduce it, yeah.
Yeah, the thing that Moon says, yeah, it says don't spray.
Maybe they
spray the water. It
push too much of it out, so they haven't got enough for it to be inside, sort of thing. Maybe.
Or when you get ones that have stuck, I don't know. I just thought it's quite fascinating because not like I said, I've only ever seen them speed up.
Oh, most people do like a 60-second time lapse of a tarantula mold. He was doing this whole voiceover explaining every step of the process, and it was fascinating.
Like 16, maybe 20 minutes, but I just found it quite interesting.
Yeah, I need to watch that, definitely.
Explain it, especially if it's someone's from they're a new keeper, they've come across it. Do you know what I mean? And how it explains.
Oh yeah.
I just thought it was informative. Do you know what I mean? Because the first time you have them, they do it, you're like, oh.
Oh, it's really, really helpful video because a lot of us know that tarantulas molt, but not a lot of us can actually explain how and why they do it.
I honestly, I didn't understand. I could never understand it. When they molt, how can they be bigger inside a smaller skeleton?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Didn't
fathom. I never have to give it much thought, but I thought I can't see how that's possible. And then he'd explain that kind of, they inflate themselves back up basically to a bigger size. Yeah. And I thought, oh, okay. Darcy says sometimes you can actually see the fluid around the joints just prior to a molt.
I've never seen that myself, but
no, me neither.
Yeah, but no.
I didn't put my face close enough to him.
No.
Like,
Let's
Well,
where's
face
the
it,
bleach at?
most of them kind of hide away when they're molting, don't they?
Yeah,
I've got a couple that look like they're going to pop any minute.
yeah, me too.
I hope they don't pop.
Yeah, Pomori looks like that.
I would literally buy a bottle of champagne the day when Gigi molts.
That'd be a mess.
Well, my Brachypelma bomi, his abdomen is like black and shiny now.
Ooh.
But then it's been that way for about a month. So,
Yeah.
and
See,
my chilensis that was in your video, Ebz,
yeah.
her abdomen is now completely black.
Ooh, so
So she's gonna.
stunning.
My calcones have been like this for a year. I'm like, come on.
Yeah.
But my other video was actually Francis's video. His top 5 in his collection.
Oh, his top 5, yeah.
Oh yeah, we all knew what number 1 was going to be, didn't we?
But that
I
was
was
pretty
just about to
obvious.
say that.
But some of the others actually surprised me.
I
Yes,
knew
me too,
Yeah.
actually.
as
But
well.
why
Yeah,
not?
I commented that as well. I thought, we all knew what number 1 was going to be. Let's face it.
But some of the others were. But what I liked, it just seemed like a completely different video
Yeah,
that Francis normally does. It seemed completely out of the box. Do you know what I mean? I liked it because it just seemed something. It was different. It was informative.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? It's stuff. I was like, yeah, mate. I like when channels, especially when they've been doing it for a while. I mean, and they suddenly do something completely different. That's Francis might have done stuff like this before. Do you know what I mean? But I've seen this one. Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
I just liked it. I see if anybody else has seen it.
It was a good video. I did watch it. I did comment because some of the other ones were a surprise.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like he worked weeks on that video.
I know a lot of people do top 5, top 10s, but I just thought this was informative, and I liked how I just generally liked how it was done.
But the thing is, it's a hard thing to do. Can you imagine going through your entire collection and picking out your 5 favourite tarantulas?
Yeah.
That's what I said. I couldn't just pick 5.
It's a hard thing to do.
Yeah.
Because you like them all. You've obviously bought them because you like them, because you love that species. But there's different reasons you like each tarantula. And it's so hard to pick when it comes down to it. I would struggle to pick 5.
Favourite.
Yeah.
It's difficult to choose. You could choose your 5 favourite that have an emotional attachment. Either because someone's bought it to you, or give it to you, or it has some sort of reason. Do you know what I mean? You could have a top 5 that way, or a top 5 as the tarantula itself, its behavioural patterns and whatever.
Well, you can even split that further into personality-wise and looks-wise. You know,
Well,
I mean, there's loads of different.
Jade says she wouldn't have much trouble. She's only got 6.
I've only got.
I've actually been pleased with mine.
2, 3, 4.
See, James says he couldn't do it either. I don't have. I think I've got about 30 tarantulas, but to pick 5 out of them, I would find it so hard.
Yeah, I would.
I think I've got 8 or 9.
Wow. Okay. James says he's got around 120 species.
Wow, that many.
See, I think I've got. How many have I got now?
You've got 50 something, haven't you?
I've got 60-ish.
Right. 1 second.
Oh God, we've mentioned it, haven't we?
Hello.
Come on then, stick your tooth anything.
I just wanted to say the thing that I found difficult about it was it was choosing between all of them, but the hardest part was trying to justify why some made the list and why some just missed out. Because, for example, my Ephobotus signata made the honourable mentions but not the list. That is a tarantula I've wanted for so long. It took me 2 years to find it and get it. So that is probably right now the jewel in my collection, but didn't actually make it onto the top 5 list simply because I've only just got it they're only tiny. I don't really have much experience in keeping them, so I didn't feel like I could put them on a list compared, like, ahead of other things. Like, maybe if I was making this list like a couple of months or a year down the line and they'd grown on and had the time and experience of keeping them, they probably would have made it. But that was the hard part. I made that list about 7 times, and I took things out, put things in, took things out. And the video took me like a month to make, purely because, like Jen said, it's different for me. And I hated it, scrapped it, started again, tried a different way of doing it.
Completely scrapped it.
It was difficult to make, really difficult, but I enjoyed making it at the same time. So I am thinking of like trying stuff that's a little bit different and out of my usual stuff. Because I think, like Jen said, when you've been doing it a while, it can get stale, and you want to try different things. But at the same time, as with anything, trying different things is a little bit intimidating at times.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't put out a video for about a month now because I'm just sick of doing the same generic things.
This is why I don't do a lot of feeding videos, because too many people do feeding videos.
Yeah, I do them.
Do people really want to see another feeding video?
I film everything. I do my rehousing. I've got a rehousing video and feedings and stuff.
There's feeding videos and there's feeding videos though. I like a really banging good feeding video with some really good music, you know, like several different species taken down. That I like feeding videos like that.
This is where I differ. I like feeding videos where I like when people feed their animals and they talk to their animals like complete freaking idiots, like I do.
Yeah.
That's why I like to people interacting with them.
I know. It's just I think sometimes it's you become. There's a few channels I've noticed now that have gone quiet. Do you know what I mean? It's just tarantulas aren't a species that do a lot. Do you know what I mean?
They're not. I mean, you basically you unbox them, you rehouse them, you feed them. That's pretty much it. And
my knowledge of each species is not very good. Do you know what I mean? It's not. Do you know what I mean? I couldn't do husbandry and talk about each specific species because I don't know that much about them. Do you know what I mean? I know enough to keep them in the right environment, but do you know what I mean?
Jade said she could easily do a top 5 not enough tarantulas who want to eat the same week or month.
Yeah. But no, I just think, fair play for doing something different. Do you know what I mean?
No, that was a really good video, like I say. Because
I know people do top 5, top 10s and things, you know what I mean, or top things, but it was just something different that I'd seen Francis do.
But it's, like you say, it's such a hard thing because you'll pick a tarantula because you like it for a specific reason. Yeah. But then you'll look at another tarantula and think, yeah, but I like that for something completely different. And you've got, like Francis said, you've got to try and justify why each one means what it does and why that one is then better.
Oh yeah, this is why I like
the previous one.
That's why I like the fact they did these in the memorable
honourable mentions. Yeah,
that's it.
And that's probably what made the list surprising to some people, because I didn't just choose my favourite species in the hobby that I keep, sort of thing. I tried to put a bit more thought into it. But
but we all knew that you'd go for Balfour.
How could I not have gone for Balfour? Let's be honest.
If Balfour hadn't been number 1, we'd have all been questioning you.
The internet would have broken if Balfour hadn't been number 1.
Or even on the way.
Walking around with their jaws dropping, like,
Hey, that might have got it more views. People might have been sharing it, going, "Can you believe this?" Oh, I missed it.
It would have been like national headlines. Francis has been lying all this time.
He doesn't even like them.
No, to be honest, I did think he was actually going to choose something else. Do you know what I mean? I thought, I know you like the Balfour, do you know what I mean? But I didn't know whether you like the Balfour because of the fact that they can be kept communally and look badass altogether, or specifically.
I just love everything about them. But I think if
I
liked
them before you even started keeping them.
I've loved them since before I even kept them. But I mean, if I was contemplating, because that one was obviously top 5 in my collection currently. I did consider doing a top 5 species that I've ever kept, because some of the species I've kept I don't keep now. But I'd find it very I'd find it very difficult, because I feel like I'd have to leave Balfour off that purely because they were. I wouldn't want it to be the same list as what was in this one. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. If I was to do like a top 5, I'd have to include ones that have passed away recently, because ironically, most of the ones that were my favourites have gone. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, just
I'm going to leave again once you come back. But yeah, I mean, I'll probably include Imbriatus in that one that I've ever kept, because it was the first tarantula species I ever bred. So, but I don't currently keep that now. So that list would be pretty interesting. But again, I think I'd be punishing myself by trying to make that video, because it'd probably be a nightmare to make as well. Because that one I'd have to find old footage, or do you know what I mean? But yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Jade says even your hair matches the Balfouri.
Well, yeah. Balfouri blue. Like, I mean, it wasn't the colour on the box. I mean, I can't remember what the colour was called on the box, but I like to call it Balfouri blue.
Yeah, this wasn't the colour on the box either.
I dyed mine.
If you ever saw a hair dye that said Balfouri blue on the box, you would literally wet yourself, wouldn't you?
I'd keep the box.
I dyed my hair then.
I'd keep the box. Yeah. I'd buy the lot. I'd find every box and just buy it all. Like, this is the only hair colour ever I'm using. But yeah. I'll leave you to it anyway.
Right, anyway, that's my video. Who's going next?
Mine's like my colour.
Yeah.
Right.
But that looks cool.
At least this time he's not coming in and shouting at me for trying to play.
Thanks, winner. Mark's Tarantulas.
Oh, I'm so happy you won though.
Yeah.
Like, he deserved it, because he got robbed in first year.
So who's up next?
I'll go next if you want.
Go on then.
Okay. Mine, I know there's not a lot of people that I know of that watch this channel. I don't know if, some of the people in the chat might, but the channel is called Lair of Centipedes.
Ooh.
Now, he doesn't just do centipedes. He's an Australian guy, and he's a bit like,
I
don't know. I mean, it's difficult to say who he's a bit like, but he really knows his stuff.
He's a kid, isn't he?
He's only a youngster, but my God, the knowledge he has. Obviously, he only keeps Australian species because he's Australian. They're only allowed to keep native species. That's
Robin showed me this channel a couple of weeks ago, and I've watched most of the videos now.
So he like Winter and Night sort of thing.
No, he's so much better than Winter Night. He is. When he goes into the stuff that he talks about, he goes into every single little taxonomic classification, everything. He knows his stuff. He is fantastic. But the video he did recently was about, a lot of people would have seen a picture not so long ago of this massive, massive huntsman sat on the end of a broom.
Yeah.
And it was supposed to be, this huntsman was supposed to be like the biggest one ever seen. And, you know, it was supposedly this gigantic huntsman that this woman had found in Australia.
Nothing.
It's a really famous picture.
Perspective.
But exactly, it's perspective. But he actually has 2 adult females of this species. And this video was basically him debunking this picture and explaining why it was all wrong. And he had this huntsman, the whole video, he basically had this huntsman just strolling around his hand. Weren't bolting, weren't doing anything you expect huntsmen to do.
But huntsmen are pussycats, aren't they? Do you know what I mean? They're not going to hurt you.
This huntsman was like, he said it was 16 centimetres leg span, this huntsman. So it's by no means the biggest huntsman on the planet, because
it's big enough.
It's big enough, but...
Did you say the Asian huntsman is bigger?
Yeah, it's Heteropoda maxima, which is the biggest one. But this one he was on about is called Typostola barbata, and it's called the green-bellied huntsman. And this thing is absolutely stunning.
Oh, I want it.
But it's like this. It's basically like this. You know, this thing was bigger than his hand.
It's
just like an sitting there and just sort of strolling around his hand, and he was sort of telling you all about it, telling you where they come from. You know, he says they're not even. He says they are technically the biggest huntsman species in Australia, but there are a couple that can claim to be bigger.
Yeah.
But this whole video was basically him debunking this internet sensation of this massive huntsman, because they just don't exist in Australia. And it was explaining why all of the information on that was false. Yeah. And then he was giving you all the information about this huntsman, and basically...
Is that the one that you shared in the group earlier?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I'll just send it to Francis.
He's basically... a lot of his videos are educational.
It's called...
Because he does that as part of his job.
What's the channel called? Is it Lair of the Centipede or something else?
Lair of Centipedes, yeah.
But it's not all centipedes at all.
But he keeps a lot of funnel web spiders as well. And you know, you see all these like videos of funnel web spiders, and how vicious they are, and how, you know, nasty they are, and they're all going to kill you. And when he's doing these like videos of funnel webs, he basically gets them out of their enclosures, puts them in a plastic cup, and says, "Now get out of that," you know. And he's just sort of taking the mickey out of it as it's trying to climb this plastic cup, because it cannot climb it. And he's saying, you know, you can see that this spider isn't the vicious killer that you think it is, because it's struggling to get out of the plastic cup, for God's sake, you know. It's
I've only come across the channel a couple of weeks ago, and Rob told about it, and I really like the channel.
Kat's just done one about the brown recluse, hasn't she? Like saying like they're not as bad as people make them out to be. And
but this is what his channel is a lot about. He's, like I say, he does a lot of, because he keeps these spiders, he keeps all sorts of different spiders and centipedes, and his aim with the channel is to educate people and to try to get people to understand that these aren't the man-eating monsters that the media make them out to be.
I mean, you can see
he's fascinating.
You can see this huge huntsman walking around. You can see its fangs. If it decides to bite you, it's going to hurt like standing on a pin or something. Do you know what I mean? It's going to hurt.
Oh God, yeah.
But you're saying the chance of it actually doing it is that's not what they do. Do you know what I mean?
I feel like that's what YouTube should be about, not videos of pissing these tarantulas off. And
this is what it should be. But people pissing tarantulas off gets more views than the likes of us trying to tell people how wonderful these animals are.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, before I take this off, this is going to be great tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
I can't watch it as a premiere because I'll be on my way down to Roberts, but we can catch up on that.
We'll watch it. We'll catch up with it. Yeah.
There.
It's what happened a week or so ago that you knew was happening.
If you don't know this channel, this Lair of Centipedes, check it out. I'll put a link in the chat, and it's one of the best spider channels I've come across.
Yeah, it is good.
You know,
I have just sent a link to Francis. 1 minute, I'll put it in the chat.
Okay. But no, I say anyone that doesn't know of it, check it out.
Do you know the channel, Tanya?
No.
If it'll let me.
No, the very word centipede is probably why I haven't watched it.
Well, this is the thing. I mean, centipedes absolutely scare the crap out of me.
Francis, put it in the chat because he's not letting me do it on here.
Jade, I've got
one thing that won't let me do.
An orange leg centipede that's probably about that big.
And it's too bloody big.
It's not what I chose. Peter Webster gave to Jessie, and I'm stuck with it. But no, I just throw food in and it just goes badass crazy.
I don't mind because I haven't got it. You know, I would not really watch those kind of videos. I don't have one.
It doesn't really have. It's not just centipedes. That's the thing. There's more spiders and things than centipedes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I know that.
But
now,
even his centipede videos, he does the same thing. He tries to educate people and sort of say to people that these aren't actually as bad as they're made out to be. I mean, a lot of these centipedes, he's free handling some of these centipedes just to try and demonstrate that if you don't antagonize them, you're not going to be in any danger.
They just creep me out, man. Like they're just straight out.
Probably people people thinking it's just centipedes.
But the thing is, that's how the channel started off. He started off with centipedes.
Yeah, Jade, I've rehoused it. The problem is it's got mold in it now again. Well, not again, but I'm like really putting it off because before it was just under a cork bar, but now it's in a skull, and to get it out is going to be a lot harder. So I keep throwing springtails and isopods in, thinking it'll deal with the situation. But I don't think I can put it off much longer.
Yeah, Andy, it's the way they move. That's what unnerves me about centipedes. It's the way they move, the way they can literally just double back on themselves, and before you know it, they're crawling up your arms.
That's a good question. Jay just said, "Are there centipedes that have mild venom like a tarantula, or are they all badass basically?"
No. See, this is where that channel goes onto it. There are certain species of centipedes that don't have such nasty venom. It's the what are the ones, the giant centipedes? What are the scientific name for them?
The Scolopendra.
Yeah, the Scolopendra are the ones with horrific bites.
See, mine's a Scolopendra.
Yeah, yours is a Scolopendra. Yeah, it's the Scolopendra that have the really, really venomous bites. There are other species that don't.
I can remember going to one of the shows and Nick's got one of the gigantes on a stick and he had it out. And PSP stood next to me and she's like, "I want to go and hold it." I'm like, "You do not want to hold that, trust me."
But I mean, even like when Tony's got his stand at the invert shows, he has one of those, like say the Scolopendra giganteus or whatever it is, and he's got it in an enclosure inside another enclosure because they're that bad at escaping. Yeah,
I've got a clip that I've not put up. I normally feed them like roaches, but I threw in a locust and I started sending the clip to Robert. This thing, when it goes,
it went bananas. It went nuts.
No, thank you.
Now, I got told they can chew through plastic. Is that right?
Yeah.
They can.
So if you put it in a plastic tub, it could chew through it.
They can, yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm not getting one.
And like if they can get to the lid, they will literally like run up and down, seeing if they can like lift it or move it side to side. Like you've got to have it locked.
I did tell you this, Jem, when you put it in that critter keeper.
Yeah, it's never done anything like that. Do you mean Peter had it in one? He went, "Oh, it's fine in this." It's the same.
Yeah, but how many centipedes has Peter lost?
Exactly.
Peter's had how many centipedes escape?
With good reason.
Anybody got a glass enclosure I can borrow? I'm not going to.
It's got to have air holes, hasn't it? Surely.
Yeah, they can chew mesh lids as well.
They can, but even tarantulas have been known to chew through mesh lids on exoterras.
Yeah.
Well, we had a Saladonia and it chewed through a sponge.
Yeah. And
escaped.
Well, my LP, I had it in a glass enclosure, but I was waiting for Robert to make me a perspex lid. I had this wooden lid with holes in it, and it just ate through it.
She was trying to chew her way through it. Yeah, she ended up sat on top of this enclosure, on top of the wooden lid, because it chewed its way through it and got out.
I've left a mold there. It's not a mold.
Jen, you know the company that I got the coffin enclosure from?
Yeah.
What? I can't remember what they're called. Aqua.
I know what you mean.
Aqua. The custom enclosures, anyway. Yeah, that one.
It's custom aquaria. Yeah.
Yeah. Francis got one for a centipede from them, and it had a sliding glass lid and then a lid on top of that as well. So it had to get through 2 lids to get out. I think that was about 35 quid, maybe.
Where's that from?
Custom aquaria. We can get them through House of Venom because they're based in Rushton.
Oh,
that's not bad.
So maybe speak to them.
Jade says she's mildly concerned about the strength of her enclosures now.
You are.
That's
No.
a real off-putting thing for me, I have to say.
See, Andy, if I had a centipede, it would be in an enclosure, inside another enclosure, inside a concrete box, buried 20 feet underground.
I just want to have one.
No, Francis,
I'm trying to think I've got one.
an enclosure taller than the length of the centipede.
Yeah, so it can't climb up the sides.
Mm.
Well, it can. You can still
Because
If it can reach the lid.
if it's glass, it won't be able to climb up. If it's plastic, it can climb up and reach the lid.
Right.
But the reason you want it taller is because as long as the centipede can't reach the lid,
It's not going to be able to open it.
Yeah.
If it's glass. Right.
Mine just stays all the time inside the school, and that's to put food in, then it just goes on the lid and around the lid.
It's plotting. That's what it's doing.
Yeah, no, Tanya, your video. That was it.
Right. So I have 2 videos this week. My first video was these two. Rob's video, I was cracking up. Absolutely cracking up with their blooming arguing and banter and and although it wasn't, I mean, you can argue that it was just a rehouse and what have you, but it's just I don't know, I just love the humour between you two, and I think if you watch a video that really has you belly laughing, you know what I mean, you're going to remember that video because it really brought out an emotion in you.
I was cringing watching this last night.
Just made me laugh so much, and I was feeling really pantsy.
I still haven't watched it just because I haven't had time.
I was dying last night because I didn't realise, because I looked, because we filmed it in the morning and I had like no makeup on, I looked rough as hell, and I didn't realise he hadn't cut all that out. I'm like, that.
You didn't look rough. I keep telling you that.
I was like, oh my God,
it was. I'm not being funny. It was too good to cut out.
It was too good to cut out, and I agree with you.
It was just funny. It was funny. I mean, you could see the way we were cracking up and giggling while we were doing it.
It was really funny, and as I said, I've not been feeling very well at all this week. Also, as well as Jen and Ebz, and that really made me belly laugh, and it did make me smile and made me feel so much better. But that reason on its own. If I watch a video and it really does give me a giggle or, provoke some sort of really big emotion in me, then, it's rememberable.
So, yeah. Like, it needs to be prettier.
It does need prettier.
It does not need prettier.
I don't like those black flowers.
I like black flowers, but you need something prettier.
That's just my opinion. I like bright colours.
It does not need gems and bright flowers and mermaids and fairies or
flowers.
anything like that.
I chose the black flowers. I like the black flowers, but I just...
Tanya, I can kick you.
It's just my personal taste. I just don't like black flowers.
I like the black flowers. I just like the white.
You know what I like.
There's 2 goths here.
I just like winding him up because I managed to get him to put a little fairy, a little mermaid in his thing, and it nearly killed him. So now I just...
it did nearly kill him.
I
just like bright colours. That's all. But
yeah.
I did like that. I did.
Go on.
There's a place for bright colours and all the rest of it, but not in a tarantula enclosure.
I can't remember what his first name is.
I can't help it. I like more
boring,
naturalistic looking enclosures.
Oh, I like tack.
If you want to call them boring, that's fair enough. But I like more naturalistic.
I really like this enclosure.
See, I rehoused my Selenocosmia species ebony yesterday, and I honestly thought it was going to kill me.
Now, what's angry about that? What's not to like?
No, that is pretty.
Yeah, I don't mean stupidly, and it has got a skull in it, but it's right down here, and she's half buried it. It's just there.
A lot of time I say just wind up because it makes his ass twitch, and I say,
oh, it really does.
Yeah, I don't mean stupidly, garish, but I do like a bit
of
like gems everywhere and.
Yeah. I've got a Gruffalo in with my
To make a tragic
wagons even. Yeah, I've got a Gruffalo in my wagons.
Yeah.
So that was my first video. My second video of the week has got to be Tarantula Collective about the Anaphonopelma calcodes. That was just such a good video, and I really
well done.
I loved the way he's put all of that together, and he made his own set, and you know,
I feel like we're a bit clickbaity.
Do you?
With the trailer he did, he made it look like it was all out in the wild, and it weren't.
No, it was cleverly done.
You could argue that, but then again, you could argue that, you know, if you're going to produce, I bet that took a huge amount of work.
Yeah.
If you're going to produce that, you know, I'd probably do a trailer as well. I'd probably be quite proud of that.
We were talking about this, but like the amount of equipment he actually uses, he wouldn't be able to take that in the wild anyway.
It's phenomenal.
Yeah.
The camera equipment alone that he uses when he's gone through that on other videos.
Yeah.
It's a phenomenal amount of camera and fair play to him.
I mean, he's got a tripod and a track where it just moves on its own.
Yeah.
Like, I just want one just to keep playing with it.
Yeah, I really, I mean, he was talking about it last night on the winner stream.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was saying, you know, some people have really slated him for it, but I just think if you're putting across something like that and you're showing, whether you filmed it or not, if you're showing the area that they came from, and you know, I was really drawn into it, really drawn in. And
yeah,
it was good. It was a really well made video.
Yeah, I think the way he put that together was really, really good. Yeah.
I just feel like the trailer was a little bit clickbaity, but
then you could say that about a lot of the bigger channels.
Yeah.
Because it's what draws people in.
A lot of big channels do clickbait anyway. But...
Yeah, it's what draws people in. A bit of clickbait, you know, it gets people watching your videos.
But the thing is, though, well, it depends what you mean by clickbait as well, because, like, there's some channels that will mislead you slightly.
Oh,
as in, you know, my alligator's sick and I need to rush it to the hospital. And then when you watch it, you go, oh, yeah, it's had hiccups. You know, and it's not really what you were in. So from that point of view, I don't think it was...
I feel like,
the typical clickbait, if you like.
Yeah.
I think... Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, a lot of the reptile people do that.
I know. It drives me nuts. Yeah.
So have you seen this whole thing with Tyler Nolan?
I know. I have watched a couple of his videos, and I don't really like.
Yeah, I do watch Tyler now and again.
Did you hear about the iguana thing?
Yeah.
Well, apparently they got stolen. He went on this massive run, and then the next day he found them.
Yeah.
One was in his back garden, and then one was just down the road.
Yeah. Wow.
We're not sure, but we can't prove it. Nobody can prove it. So it's just one of them things. It's how it comes across to some people. But yeah.
But then he's a popular channel.
Yeah.
I was listening.
It wasn't blooming padlocked in the first place, to be fair. But, you know.
Well, this is the thing. What did he actually just forget to shut the door on the enclosure?
Well, nobody knows. Nobody can prove it. So
no, of course you can't.
At the end of the day, they're alive, they're fine, and they're back where they're meant to be. And I suppose that's all that really matters. So.
Who was this?
Tyler Nolan.
Who?
Yeah,
Tyler Nolan. He's a reptile keeper and a tattoo artist.
But why would they do that by accident, Tyler? Do you know what I mean? You know, it's not. If I went to somebody's house doing their lawns, I wouldn't just open an enclosure to one of their animals without permission. I wouldn't do that, you know. So I don't know.
Well, I suppose it's a learning curve as well, but
he does keep a lot of seriously fascinating snakes, though.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah. Oh, I love the white cobra.
Oh, the leucistic king cobra. Yeah.
Hilo. Yeah, he is beautiful. He doesn't do a bad tattoo either.
His tattoos are pretty damn good.
Mm. Yeah. I mean, I don't agree with everything the guy does and says, but you know, it is. I do watch it.
You could say that. You could say that for every single channel you watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Nobody's always gonna.
Yeah.
It's the same with our channels. Like, there's gonna be people that don't agree with what we do. So.
Oh God, yeah. It's the same across the board.
Of course,
everyone likes and dislikes channels for separate reasons.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I missed something about clickbait. I've been running up and downstairs just sorting out bits for the kids. I heard something about clickbait. I don't know what I've missed.
No, we were just talking about sort of saying the fact that some of the bigger channels tend to use a bit of clickbait just to draw people in.
A lot of channels do.
A lot of channels do, yeah. It's the same thing. It gets people watching. That's what it's all about. It gets people to click on your video and think, "Oh, what's that all about?"
I think you can use. You can use clickbait. You can use clickbait to a point. Do you know what I mean? But when you use clickbait, it's completely off the mark. Then it's.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Then you've had that view, haven't you? Do you know what I mean?
That's it. Yeah. That's what it's all about. It's getting those numbers up on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, another controversial subject. You know, people like Brian Barczyk. I mean, I actually don't mind watching his videos, but he is very clickbaity.
Very clickbaity. He's got worse over the years.
Like
we used to
watch
literally every day.
Enjoy his videos, so you know.
We used to watch him literally every day, and then it started getting worse and worse, and we were just like, this is getting tiring now.
Yeah.
But we do watch the occasional ones now, but we don't watch every single one now.
Yeah.
I don't watch it. It's not my cup of tea. So I'm not really.
Now, see, I do like snakes. I do watch quite a lot of channels with snakes on, but I like venomous snakes.
Have you watched Chandler's Wildlife?
No.
Yeah,
he has king cobras and mambas, and he's really good.
For the weekend.
I also like Dave Kaufman. You know Dave Kaufman? I think he's.
I like Dave Kaufman. He's good. He is really good.
And Brian Cusco I like as well.
Never watched him.
He's much more of a family orientated man, Brian Cusco, and his kids are always involved with stuff, and I like Brian.
No, Dave Kaufman.
We watch a lot of Camp Cannon as well.
Yeah, I like Camp Cannon. Yeah.
Now you see, I don't watch him. I've watched one of his videos, and that just put me off.
I don't know who it is.
I don't like something about him. Can't put my finger on it. But you get that too. There's
I know
people
what
you watch.
mean.
They might do fantastic content, but sometimes you'll see something and you just think, no.
I absolutely love Slinky though. Slinky, oh my god, I need Slinky.
Oh, Slinky, yeah. I nearly cried when he
was
almost dead.
Me and Francis were sat there like, no, Slinky.
Put on the chat what these channels are so I can have a look at them, because I don't know really.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean, though, Rob. Sometimes he comes across as a bit of a know-it-all.
Yeah.
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 But he used to be a presenter, I think it was.
He was a BMX champion, wasn't he?
And he was something to do with like presenting something. So it might just be that. I don't know. You never know.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I have to say, I couldn't watch his stuff back to back because it probably would get on my nerves a little bit after a while. But...
Jade makes a good point.
I just read that, yeah.
Just there. So she doesn't really relate to many of the larger channels that have large exotic animals or living in Florida with zookeeper friends they can film with. See, a lot of them do have that ability, like you say.
Yeah.
There is something, I mean, the home vlogs with people you can talk to, that is what makes channels relatable.
Yeah.
If you can, channels like ours.
What are you doing?
we can all relate to each other. There's something, we may not be massive channels, but we're all, you know, we're all
I like.
sort of,
You know what I like it too. I mean,
I can't think of
when
the
I
right
first
word.
had my kids, I first had Jesse like nearly 11 years ago, and I first had him, and I was so stressed out. I didn't know what to do, and I went to this baby group. I said, "You've got to help me. I'm going to throw myself under a bus." And I went to this group, and I met other people who had the same sort of things, who were also first-time baby keepers, and you learn from them.
Baby keepers.
I know that's a very random way of putting it.
Have I set my baby's enclosure up right?
No, but you know,
I'm giving him a hide and a rattle. Does he need anything else?
Do you know what I mean? But it's you think you're like, am I doing this right? Is this right? Is this wrong? You meet other like-minded people, like if you're with a mommy group, and you realise everyone's the same. Everyone has the same sort of things. They're dealing with the same sort of things.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of this community is the same. Bigger channels now because they become a lot of times they become a lot bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Heads and things become over their stations, but channels that are realistic, do you know what I mean? They show everything that's going on and stuff like that. It makes relatable. So if you make a mistake and somebody else sees, like I share mistakes, because then somebody else might watch it and go, "Oh, it's okay." Do you know what I mean? These things happen, and that's why I was kind of liking it too.
I think because us smaller channels kind of all go through the same smaller channel worries and concerns and things like that, you know, maybe we're a bit awkward on the camera and stuff like that.
God, there's no maybe about that.
I think it's that familiarity. Do you know what I mean? I think it's, I think the word is a familiarity between all of our channels. There's a running theme almost. Do you know what I mean? That makes you feel a bit
we can all relate to each other, sort of thing.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't put that in the best way, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I don't think I did either.
This is literally true.
I just mean, like what Jade said, you know, it's people you do talk to on the lives or on chats or on social media and things like that. Do you know what I mean? You do it, and a lot of time you're filming it, and it's like you're just talking to your mates.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I've had 4 babies in my care. Well, 5 if you include my grandson. So I think I'm quite a dab hand at it.
Do you want another 2?
Oh, as I said, I've said to you,
I love them really.
Many times. If I was nearer, I'd be popping over and come on, let's go
hard work. Such hard work.
They are hard work. It's not easy. No, it does get easier. It does get easier until they hit the teenage years. They're horrible.
I'm dreading when Pumpkin's going to be a teenager because she's
gonna lie.
as it is.
God bless them.
I'm not going to lie. Especially girls. Girls are awful.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, and if she's anything like Francis, then God help me.
But you get through it. You push through it. You get through it, and you come out the other side. So you know.
Yeah.
And he's going into that stroppy, especially in the morning. She's like, she's like somebody's
already.
But she's a Scorpio like Francis.
Right.
And Scorpios are known for being divas, basically, aren't they? So
I don't really take much notice of horoscopes, just because mine's never been right. Really, I'm supposed to be Sagittarius, but I'm really. So I don't really take much notice of them then.
Oh, I'm a complete Pisces. I am.
He's a delight. See?
Hey, you can have him. I'm not allowed to put. He doesn't like my text messaging with my K's, so you can have him.
Yeah, when he gets to 100, we have to make an appointment to talk to you, won't we?
I shall keep quiet in future.
Me and
I shall fume in private.
Rob Hayden.
Hayden, you're not grown up enough to have custody.
Have custody of me. I can't be trusted on my own.
Right, shall we do quizzes because we've been on nearly 2 hours already?
Yeah,
absolutely.
We did have a lot to talk about.
We did.
Right. you want to do your line, Tanya, or?
Roll VT! Ready, set, go! Brum, 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 brum.
Do you know what? Before you actually played that clip, I would have sworn that you said to Tanya, "Do you want to do a line before we do this?"
No, I know I'm not feeling well.
Here we go.
I know I'm not
Who
feeling well.
do you think I am?
Oh, man.
We'll do a line, Tanya, and we'll just draw.
Yeah. I've got a pen.
I've got a pad.
Oh.
So who wants to go first? Because mine's going to take quite a while, I think.
So do yours first.
You want to do mine first?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Yeah,
Go.
you spent loads of time on that.
Yeah.
Go on.
And it's your thingy. So.
Oh, right. So you probably are going to need a pen and paper for this one.
Oh, okay.
'Cause it's 10 anyway. I should have probably warned you, shouldn't I?
Pippa, that's all right.
Sorry.
Chat, go and get pen and paper.
But it is a 10 photos.
Hi.
Hey, Jess.
Hi. Are you not meant to be in bed?
Yes.
Yes, this time of night. Oh dear, Mummy'd have your guts with garters.
Oh dear. So you guys pretty much know what it is, don't you? So it is
I don't.
10 photos of. It's what I spoke about, Tanya.
I don't know. I missed that bit. I don't know how I missed that bit, but I did.
Jade
So-
has a snail called Donkey. Sorry, I've just got to put that in there.
Wow. Oh yeah, because she's tracking Fiona.
Yeah.
Ah.
So, anyway, so it is like a mini game sort of thing. I don't know. It's 10 photos of unusual animals,
Right.
Yeah.
and you basically have to guess what they are called, sort of thing.
Okay. How many?
10.
10.
I got a bit carried away, sorry.
Ah,
No.
So
it's
I
cool.
have 10-second clips of each photo because I've had to do it a weird way. So I can't pause the video on my phone.
So we're watching them all, and then you can give us the answers.
Yeah, like I did, but guess
Yeah.
the butt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping they're still in the right order. They are.
We'll soon find out.
They're still in the right order. Right. So this is the first animal.
It's a brooch.
That's what I was going to say.
I like it, whatever it is.
It's cool. It's some sort of beetle by the look of it.
Shh. Write it down.
Well, it's obvious it's some sort of beetle. It's just, what is it? I've got no idea.
I have written the scientific name and the common name, so
I have a funny feeling, Jade.
We don't know what it is, let alone the freaking scientific name.
I've just written what animal I think it is.
I have
yeah,
as well.
just write what you think
Yeah.
it's called. It doesn't matter if you get the
That's
scientific
pretty much
name
what
or
I've
not.
got for that one.
What?
No,
Right,
you see,
so this is the second one. A lot of people are probably going to know this one.
I do, but I can't remember it.
I know what it
It
is.
just
but
looks
I
so
don't know
weird.
what it is.
It's just like the weirdest looking thing ever.
It's such a cool looking thing, though, isn't it?
It does look like a violin.
It really does. Yeah.
Ow. Right, so this is third one. You're gonna have to tell me if anyone's wanting to rewatch them because I can't see the comments.
Okay.
Ooh.
Look at the little baby.
Oh God, yeah.
The little baby's just like.
I think my answers are going to be very basic, so you might want more details.
I actually think I know what that one's called.
Ah, yeah.
I think quite a few people might get that one. This one might throw people. It's a bit of a.
Well,
But look at the bottom photo. Before you, I'll put it back on. Before you think it's something else, look at the bottom photo.
Oh. Okay.
I'll give you a guess. It's not an axolotl.
No.
I gathered that.
Right, this one people will probably get because it is pretty easy, but it's hilarious. It just
It's not much space every time someone texts the K.
it looks like me when they tell me I can't have pizza.
It's my face whenever you text me, Kay, dearest.
And then this is me when I definitely know there's no pizza coming.
oh. Mm.
Am I going too fast?
No. It don't matter how fast you go. I've got none. I might have a dodgy one.
You might know this one, Rob, actually.
No.
Oh. I thought you would. It looks nasty though, doesn't it?
It really does.
Imagine getting bit by that.
No.
That's going to hurt.
Now these are super weird. I was hoping Danielle was going to be here for this.
How is that?
That looks like a stag beetle with an isopod on its back.
It's weird. I saw it and I was like, nah. And I had to Google after these to make sure they were actually real. This one especially. This is my last one.
Oh, God, I've actually seen one of those in the flesh.
I had to make sure that was real.
Yeah. Was that the last one?
That's
Yes,
9.
that was 9.
That's only 9, yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I'll get the stuff.
Oh. Who? Right, 1 minute. Let me make sure.
Basic animal names, not species.
1, 2.
That's a pretty one.
Maybe I missed
It's
one.
pretty.
Just do the 9.
We'll just do 9 and the 10th will pop up on the answer video anyway.
Exactly.
I did have to rush doing these because I realised just before the stream, I'm like, oh my god, I can't pause it.
So I only actually know one of them. That's it.
I've got 9 answers, but they're very basic, so I'm probably going to
Yeah.
I've got 9 answers, but I've got one that's right. That's it.
But yeah, it's not meant to be easy.
It wasn't easy. It really wasn't.
I did say I was giving Danielle a run for her money, and she's not even here.
You would have done there.
Send the pictures to her
100%.
anyway. Instagram the pictures to her.
Yeah.
Oh, what
There's
were you-
some gnarly looking bugs on there, though.
That's going to really do my head in. It's going to pop up, and I'm going to be like,
Yeah, where is Danielle tonight? Is she not? Is she poorly?
I don't know because she shared she put on her story on Instagram that
Yeah.
I hope they're all right. I hope she's not poorly.
So
Just
before you
spoken
give the
for a
answers
couple of
out,
days.
are we allowed to say any that we think we've got right?
she's slaughtering
If you
birds.
want, yeah.
There you go. Jade's just said the same thing, actually.
Yeah,
What-
because
what-
obviously, like, people are gonna watch it and they're like, "Oh yeah, it's this and this and this."
Yeah.
So
So,
why,
So I will.
why don't you ask people what they think number one is, and then you tell us. Let the chat answer first.
yeah.
All the answers on video. I don't actually know the names myself.
Right, what does everybody think number one is?
A
I
beetle.
put scorpion.
I said crab.
If you just post your answers and then we will match them up, because obviously, like, I can see the comments then when that video's on.
So I've just put a beetle.
Just a beetle.
You want all the answers in one thing.
Yeah, you know, like you do with Tanya's when she's done the songs.
Oh, like yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, blimey. Doesn't mean I've got to type now.
Yeah.
Well, you've got yours on paper. Just pick them.
Oh, yeah.
Do you just one at a time when you say what one is? If we're so professional.
I'm just going to type the one that I know.
Lizard. Oh, actually just put lizard.
It is a lizard.
I've got same Tanya.
There you go. I've posted the only one that I know.
Right, I'm going to do mine now. Hold on. Tanya.
You did? Oh. Frogmouth.
That's the only one I know that's right.
Oh, the bird thing.
Yeah.
Umbrella thing.
Good thingy.
It's close enough.
I'm typing them in now.
I know 3 is some sort of orb weaver.
Big mouth weirdo.
Oh, I thought it was a stingray.
I purposely cut off the top of it.
Nice one, Andy. Yeah.
Because the actual photo, you can actually see like
Yeah.
the saw.
No, I thought it was some sort of stingray as well.
Yes, I do.
I mean, they are very closely related. So.
Yeah.
I love stingrays though because they've got like little tiny legs.
Yeah, I like stingrays. Potter, what are you doing?
Crab,
See,
spider,
I've
bird,
got scary dragonfly.
angry dragonfly.
Crab, spider.
I told you it was no what species were you?
Angry dragonfly.
Shall I play the video?
Yeah. Definitely.
Right. Where is
It was
it?
an eel, wasn't it? Some sort of eel.
Wasn't it a salamander?
It's some sort of salamander.
I thought it was salamander.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Have I got one right?
I thought it was an eel.
I should have put music or something over this, but then it would have muted us. So
Now we can talk.
A predator fly.
What is that?
this is the first one.
Be a crab, be a crab, be a crab.
Such
Now,
a
look,
cool
can you stop
thing.
seeing?
What?
Stink bug.
Turtle bug.
Spider.
It's an orb weaver of some sort.
It's a spider.
Spiny orb weaver.
It's a spider. Do I get a half a point?
Mm.
Bird.
This is the one that Rob got right.
Ah. Oh.
I
It
feel
is
like
like-
this is pretty fast, actually.
Salamander.
So it is
Oh,
basically
right.
a salamander.
Oh, okay.
It's
That
the
is such a
only
cool looking picture. I
type
love
that
that.
actually moves into. Yeah, I couldn't find the scientific name.
Jurassic Park wannabe.
Oh, right. It's an agama. Okay.
But it's a lizard, yeah?
It's
Yeah.
a lizard.
Yeah, half a point.
Oh, half a point. What are you on about? Dobson fly? Okay. Never heard
Dobson
of that.
fly. Hmm.
Please tell me it's a stag beetle wearing an isopod.
No.
Owl fly.
Owl fly? What the
How's
hell's one of them?
fly?
It's like a weird moth thing. Oh, this is the one that I forgot to... Oh.
Oh, never mind. Right, we all got that one right, yeah?
Yeah.
Lizard.
Lizard. Colourful lizard. Happy lizard. Oh, another agama.
Yeah.
Ah.
Cool.
Very good, very good.
I had to get,
Nice one,
I had to put my galaxy stuff on.
I would never have guessed any of those in a million years.
I
I knew.
have half a point for spider, bird, salamander, and 2 lizards.
But, oh, now I know why I missed the other one, because I screenshotted that one. I didn't save it. I didn't download it. And I did it
Jane
all in
says
a
the
rush,
missing
didn't
one
I?
was a banana.
Yeah.
Well, I've got 2 lizards.
Yeah, I'm counting my spider, bird, and 2 lizards. So I've got.
Well, I'll tell you what, if you're going on that assumption, I've actually got 6.
I just wanted to do something a bit different.
No,
Yeah.
that was cool.
What
That
was
was
the
good.
owl? What was the owl fly?
I've never
Owlfly
heard
is
of
like
one of them.
it's like a weird moth thing.
I'm going to Google
So
it.
they're like the
Yeah, that's what
larvae.
I'm doing now. Owl fly. It's actually quite pretty.
Well, Borgamina looks nothing like the people.
It really doesn't, does it?
They just look
Okay,
like
then.
fluffy stag beetles, don't they?
Yeah.
Oh, TSS has got some stag beetles coming back in.
That was really good, Eb.
That was really good.
I need to do some more stuff, but I might do them a bit more like tarantula based. I might do like
Well, see, you could do themes because you're like you've got a marine biology
yeah,
degree as well. You could do that. Something on that.
like Amy did like Who's That Bot sort of thing, didn't she, on TTS&T? I might do something like, I don't know, eyes or
Tanya did the book. Tanya's done a book one as well.
Tanya did the butt one
Yeah.
on here, yeah.
I did. Guess my butt.
I might do the feet or something, I don't know.
I've got one I would like to do, but I don't know how I'm actually going to do it. So. Job fly or something. I can't remember.
I think
Yeah, it was Dobson fly, wasn't it?
I think every week that I'm going to be hosting, I'll do something like this.
No, that's cool. That was really
So
good.
it gives me time to prepare.
Yeah.
So,
No,
Jen,
oh,
you're up next.
My riddles.
Yeah.
Blimey.
I'm going to change your name to the Riddler.
Yeah,
Can I
Hayden,
actually
off
do
yours,
that,
Here
yeah?
we come. Yep.
I'm running out of riddles. I'm literally running out of ones I'm finding there. I talk to you. They're riddles, not questions. Right. Number 1. You see a boat filled with people. You look again, and this time you don't see a single person on the boat. Why?
Because they drowned.
Because I got off.
Shall I read it again? You see a boat filled with people. You look again, but this time you don't see a single person on the boat. Why?
Sailed off into the distance.
No.
Because they've been at sea for a really, really long time and one of them got
No.
hungry.
Because it was the Titanic.
Not ghosts.
Are you looking at the reflection in the water so you can't see the people standing on it then?
It's not a different boat. Shall I read it again a different way? See if you get it. You see a boat filled with people. You look again, but this time you don't see a single person on the boat. Why?
Because it's filled with people.
Because it's filled with couples.
There's not just one person on it.
Robert's closest. They're all married.
Ah.
You don't see a single
Oh my
person.
god.
It's a thing.
My
I honestly thought,
my other answer would have been because they all got off at Kent.
I heard that one years ago. I honestly thought somebody would get that one.
How would you know that they're married or not? I mean, come on.
Because
You
it's the
don't
clues
see-
in the thing. It's a
Look again,
single
you don't see
person.
a single person.
Stupid.
It's a riddle.
Oh, heron.
Okay, number 2. What word looks the same upside down and backwards?
Boob.
No,
What
because
word?
that'd look like food.
It would.
No. What word looks the same upside down and backwards? Think of a word, but it's upside down, and one letter would look like something else.
SOS.
All right, smarty pants.
SOS looked different.
SOS isn't really a word, though, is it?
Or no, but
Not noon.
Mm.
It swims.
Fish.
so why wouldn't SOS look the same?
Pinterest said swims.
Hang on.
But-
That doesn't look the same back to front.
You turn upside down, and the
It kind.
the
I see
W-
what she's
the
getting
W looks like
at.
an M, and the M looks like a W.
Yeah.
What
Yeah, if you
about?
turn it upside down?
Ooh.
To be fair, Jen didn't say. Jen said looks the same, not is the same. So it does look the same if you think about it.
It's upside down. The W for swim looks
Yeah.
like an M, and the M looks like a W.
Yeah, but that only works if you turn it upside down.
Tanya's just not happy that she didn't get it.
Tanya just doesn't. I agree. Backwards, it doesn't look upside down.
If you
It
can
looks.
say that, then boob should fit into that category, really. Because if you turn it upside down, it looks
Princess says swims.
and noon.
Right. My rings are gold. My rings are not gold, but I get more as I get old. What am I?
A tree.
Yeah.
It's true.
Jen.
I know that one. My rings are not gold, but I get more as I get old.
Yeah. Get
I
more
don't-
rings
I
than
don't
all the
get that
three
one.
ages.
When you cut a tree down, the rings.
I thought you said wings. Why was I confused? I was like, what?
Tanya.
Oh, Tanya.
I need to go and have a nap. Can somebody send me to my room, please?
Bless you.
Right. What spends all the time on the floor but never gets dirty?
My cat.
In the
A
floor.
Floor gets dirty. What
Dirt.
spends
It's already
all the
dirty.
time on the floor but never gets dirty?
Dirt.
Technically it's dirt, so dirt's dirty.
Bloody no.
Me neither. Is it a vacuum cleaner?
Yeah, that's what I thought. But no, vacuum
No, you
cleaner
still
gets
get dirty,
dirty.
but you still get dirty.
Everything gets dirty on the floor.
Everything gets dirty, yeah?
Do you know what it is?
Yes.
Yeah.
Your shadow.
Oh, for God's sake.
It's a riddle.
But what if you're stood up against a wall in the
Yeah.
sunshine?
It's not on the floor then.
Tanya, shut up doing these riddles. If I do riddles, Tanya just glares like this.
She does. It's like you will die very soon.
Like, more.
Right, one more, Tanya.
Exactly.
Okay, one more. How do you know carrots are good for your eyes?
How do you know what?
That carrots are good for your eyes.
They're not. They're actually
Made up
not.
in the wall.
Well, they're
I
not good
stuck
if you don't
carrots
stick
in my
your
eyes and
eye.
it bloody hurt.
How do you know carrots good for your eyes?
You don't. You just eat them on
Tanya?
the whim. If you eat too many carrots, you go orange.
You're
I
wrong.
don't know.
Turn
Making my brain
into an
pass your
influencer.
party.
Giles?
I'm still going with the it doesn't.
Do you know the answer?
Go on then.
Because you never see a rabbit wearing glasses.
God.
That's it, I'm out. Bye.
Somebody
Come
kill me.
on! Robert does these all the time.
I know.
Look at him.
I'm trying desperately now to think of a rabbit in glasses.
Not Roger.
No, not Roger. Yeah,
The
fair
one
enough.
on Alice in Wonderland's got a little pocket.
Monocle.
Yeah, monocle. Yeah.
Francis just said it, but I don't know whether you said it after I've said it or.
Good answer. I like
There you go.
that.
Tanya, the coordinator of my riddles.
Tanya looks thrilled.
Did
Yeah,
Jessie come up with any of them?
not improved.
I was just trying to do something different other than questions.
They're cool. They are cool. They normally do catch us out, to be fair.
Just because I'm a thicko doesn't mean say everybody else is.
No, I sat here, every time I do them, I read them out and I ask like Martine and the kids. Jessie gets them all the time. Martine's like, it's like, but I don't know the answer to them. I never get any of them.
I'm not very good at being put on the spot with questions, you know what I mean? If you asked me to go and look something up, I could probably reel off some information, but yeah, put on the spot, I'm rubbish, really bad.
Thing is, I'm the same.
You're on the wrong lines,
I can know the answer, and if somebody asks me the question, my brain just goes, "No, forget it."
It just shouts it, does it?
It cheats.
See, this time you
Wanna go
can't
next?
hear you saying it before it goes on there. I've got my headphones in.
Do you want to go next, Tanya, or do you want me to?
Oh, God.
Let Tanya go first. Looks like she's
Tanya
cheering up.
wants a nap.
My
Let
brain
Tanya
might
go
pop
first.
if I try not to get more questions.
Please don't.
Don't make
That'd
a
be a
mess.
horrible mess.
He's like, I don't like doing things. I've got to answer questions. You're on the wrong live. That's what we do.
Oh, yeah. Right.
That's a fair point.
So I've got my Fatal Fangs, my last Fatal Fangs quiz tonight.
Oh yeah.
But it is Fatal Fangs, the hosts.
Oh.
It's
Oh, yeah, because we were all in it, weren't we?
questions about
Not for
our
long.
clips.
Oh,
Okay.
jeez. Christ.
Well, mine'd be easy. It's only one clip.
Yep. All of ours are.
All three of us just got knocked out in the first go, and then there's
Yeah.
just Tanya that got around. Like,
They're all about Tanya. It's Tanya.
They're all about
all
me.
him.
No. Right. Question number 1. Who faced Jennifer's Tarantulas in round 1?
Oh, pick me.
Oh, I know. I do know
Come on,
this one.
chat.
Me too.
Pick me. Well, Jen, you should know.
Yes, she won.
Come on, chat. Who was it?
You should have worded that as how gender.
We need a countdown like a ding, dong, ding,
That's it.
dong, ding.
If you'd have worded that differently, Jen wouldn't have switched like that then.
It's a
Oh,
great.
we need a countdown, like proper
Yeah.
countdown.
It was not you, Francis.
No.
No.
Francis.
It's
Nobody
really
knows.
my line.
Hi, HD.
Hey,
Hi, HD.
Hi,
Okay, so the answer was Jennifer.
Doggo.
on this tiny zoo.
Tatiana's Tiny Zoo. Yes, it
I'm not
was.
bitter at all.
No.
The crocodile.
Okay. Question number 2. Which species of tarantula did Secret Forest Creatures UK use in her first clip?
Pick me. Pick me.
Me.
Pick me.
Oh, I do know.
Pick me.
I do know.
Me.
I know.
Come on, chat. Ebs might explode with excitement in a minute.
I do know
Francis
this
should
one.
know this one.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, come on, Francis.
There we go.
Francis says HMAC. Anyone else?
Go on, you lot.
Oh, now let's go into sleep.
I don't remember, but I'm gonna.
It was
It was a H-Mac.
Francis, the
It
HMAC.
was Francis, my H-Mac. Exactly right. Okay. Question number 3. Who did Spoods and stuff battle in round 1?
Oh,
I actually can't remember. Sorry, Rob.
No, I'm trying to think of his bloody channel name as well. Oh my god. Oh, I know it. Yep.
Oh, I know. I do know.
I know his actual name, but I couldn't think of his channel name.
I know the first part of the thingy, but I can't remember the second part of the channel name. Is it?
Don't say it.
It was a tarantula, Tyler. You're quite right.
I know the channel.
No.
Yeah, I know it now. I can remember it now.
Who did Spoods and stuff battle in the first round?
And get your ass kicked. That's all of us.
Yeah, I did. My clip wasn't good enough. It wasn't the tarantula live.
No.
Wasn't.
No, he went against Scarlet.
Yeah.
Go on, Rob. Who was it?
It was Flawless Fangs.
It was indeed Flawless Fangs.
That's Troy.
I thought
It was
Fearless
Troy.
Fangs.
Yeah.
I thought
No,
it
it's
was
Flawless.
Oh.
Flawless Fangs.
Okay. Which species of tarantula did Jennifer's tarantulas use in her first clip?
I can't remember exactly which one it was, but I know the species.
Well, that's just not good enough. You should know.
I'm
She
not
could
sure.
remember my opponent.
Bad.
I want to say an agent, but I'm not sure.
It's not.
It wasn't. See, Francis is agent. It weren't an agent.
It was a boreal.
No.
A Jen using a Jen.
It was a Jen, yes. It was Jen poking out the top of a cork bark, eating a cricket.
You know I'm making that now, don't you? Oh, I'm going to go back and screenshot that, and I am putting you in a cop bag.
I don't care. It just reminds me of it. It just reminds me now of the what's it called? The Cure. The Spider-Man is having me for dinner tonight. The Cure song.
Oh,
Okay, so Francis says a pokey regalis
It was a pokey, I remember that much, but I can't remember which one.
was not a regalis.
I know
Was it the striata?
shall we just list them? We're about to get it right at some point.
Go on, Jen. What was it?
Striata.
It was the
I
striata.
don't think so. I thought it was
I'll say, I remember it was a pokey.
Okay.
Not to worry, Jade. We were in it and we still don't remember.
Who did Black Wolf Ebz go head to head with in round 1?
I do remember that. Because the spider
It
was
was a hard battle, wasn't it?
It was.
It was. Yeah, really hard. Excuse me.
I just like it.
Kitty.
Is that a cat?
Yes. Stop it.
What's she doing?
She's
Pulling the floorboards up by the sound
using
of it.
her cat tray.
Oh, okay.
Can you do it very quietly then, please?
Thinking up the joint.
Why does know? What is it then?
Bellatrix, stop it. You've done enough of that, thank you. Oh, God.
Yes, Spider says he knows.
Was it him?
Francis says spiders, but don't worry, I dealt with him.
Ebz, go on, who was it?
It was Andy.
It was Andy.
It was Andy.
Andy, I've got to say, your clip is still one of my favourites for the whole
I'm
story.
Enough. Enough.
Sorry, Ebs, but that clip is one of my favourites from the whole competition.
No more.
Thanks.
No, no more.
You're supposed to be on my side.
Okay.
Sorry.
Right. Who did Secret Forest Creatures UK face in round 3?
Oh, Lord.
Oh my God, Kat, you absolutely stink.
Sorry. Oh, God.
Oh, I know this. Why can't I think my brain's gone?
See, I can't remember if it was 3 or 4.
Was it
Well, always Kieran.
Lucy?
It wasn't the one I'm thinking of then.
I feel like it was Lucy.
Anybody in the chat know? Does anybody remember?
Francis says Lucy.
Who's Lucy?
Tarantula
Isn't it?
lady.
That's the one.
It was correct. It was, in fact, Lucy, the lovely Lucy, Tarantula lady. Yes, it was.
See, the thing is, my memory is just full of pointless things that I don't really need to remember, but I do.
Well, you don't really need to remember.
Same here.
Right. Which species of tarantula did Black Wolf Ebz use in her first clip?
Oh my God, I can't remember.
I take offence to that.
Not all the animals, Tyler, just one particular nut job.
No, Rob can't remember because he was too bothered about Andy's clip.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie.
Rude.
Shall I leave now?
I don't actually have a minute, Jade. Unfortunately.
Francis. Yeah, I know. I need to send it to Azkaban for a really long time. Do you hear that, Missy? Yeah, you. Absolutely.
Was it an agent? Everybody seemed to be using agens at one point, so I'm going to say that.
No, that was towards the end.
I'm not an agent. I don't own an agent.
Do you not?
I don't particularly like them.
Oh,
See, I don't own an agent either.
See, I haven't got a Minax at the minute. I do need to get a new one, but my baby died.
I have. Jen gave me a Minax, and it's out constantly.
I'd never see mine. Never.
My mail was out quite a lot.
No, mine, I don't see. Mine is dirt. His, all the time.
what was the answer then, Ebs? A lot?
It was my baby GBB.
It was a GBB.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, my Juby. It burst through the web and then we're like, bye.
It did. That was an awesome.
But it was such a quick takedown that I had to like repeat it just to fill the minute.
Yeah.
I'm being quick. I'm just trying to think.
Yeah. Right. What was the species used in my round 3 clip? What species did I use in my round 3 clip?
Oh, Christ.
Now I want to say again.
Yeah, it was.
You did use an agent at some point. I do want to say
No, that was the last. Wasn't our last one?
Do mealworms count? They're going to get eaten.
Andy.
Wasn't the agent up against Kieran though?
Mm-hmm.
That was 4. So
that was round 4.
Yeah.
Oh, was it? Oh, was it Percy?
It was my Percy. That's right.
There you go. Francis just said Nandi Trepepi.
Yeah. Yeah. I think
Hayden says one with 8 legs.
Was I the only one that used
guess.
it? Was there one more?
no, I don't have a tripebby, so if I don't have the species, I don't remember what they are.
Francis made a point last night that quite a few people have actually used Wahini.
Yeah.
Hayden said one with 8 legs.
Yeah. Right. Which species of tarantula did Spoods and stuff use in his first clip?
His first and only clip.
I don't know.
I do.
She does. She's just being upset, and you didn't know mine.
That's it.
You
I'm not going to answer that one.
Yeah. I remember anybody else using the Trepepi, but maybe I was wrong there. I don't know. It's one of my favourites.
I don't think I saw a calciatum on there.
I don't think anybody used one.
I don't remember seeing another HMAC either, but I think there probably was one.
Hayden says a Sturmy.
Yeah, it's just nice to mix it up, James, definitely. I did use a GBB and I did use an agent, but not in my first clips.
Yeah, see, James, that's what I know. Ebz is going to hate this, but that's what Andy did with his clip up against Ebz because he used the ogre face. Nobody else used it, and
That's what got him through. It's got to be.
They are just
because
awesome
it was
spiders.
a unique clip, which is why Mark won as well, because he had a unique clip.
Thank you.
But
says,
to be fair,
Francis says,
Fatal Fangs, you can use any spider you have in your collection. Just because someone else doesn't have it, that's their problem, not yours.
Yeah.
No,
you can use any spider in your collection, regardless of what it is.
Yeah,
there was an argument of whether you could use phalanxes and stuff like that.
But why not? They're spiders. The
Because
rule
they
is any
said
tarantula or true
tarantula.
spider.
I mean, last year I used the satellite thinking, yeah. Then I went against Adam and he used exactly the same type of spider.
Yeah, he did.
Oh. What was the answer then, Rob?
It was my Therophosa sterni.
Yes, it was. Yeah. I think I've only got one question left. Who did I face in round 2? Who was my opponent in round 2?
I can tell you who your opponent was in round 4.
You all know that one.
That's about it.
Was it Gab?
Huh?
Was it Gab?
No.
I just remember watching it, being really excited, thinking that you've got it.
Yeah.
Scorpions and mantids, James, next year, apparently.
Oh, Danielle. Hi, Danielle. She said, sorry, guys, took a nap.
Danielle, we thought you were...
Danielle, you missed Ebz's quiz.
You're not poorly, are you?
Danielle, just favour, go back.
I made a really hard quiz purposely for you as well.
Yeah.
All right, you give up, you lot?
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Okay, in round 2, I knocked out Raggy Tees.
Ah.
And that was the end of my questions.
Hey, nice. Well done.
I just remember being really excited watching it, going, yeah, yours is a better clip.
Yeah.
I've completely forgotten.
Neil was saying, like, how do you even, like, film and edit and all this? Like, he was really struggling, bless him.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think so. Well, yeah, it's just something you have to. I mean, even watching some other people's clips, I kind of got, you know, my my review video last week, and I kind of got to thinking, should I have done? Yeah, maybe I should have done a bit more to it, or maybe I should have edited it this way or that way, and then you drive yourself mad thinking like that. So
The thing is, I've watched my clips. I've not put the video up yet, but I look at them and go, no chance of that.
But I suppose that's where you learn from, and that's what's gonna go to the next one.
yeah,
thing is, like me and what we were talking about last night, we said if Mark accepts being a judge next year,
he said in the chat yesterday that he's taking it.
he did, yeah.
I wasn't on the chat.
I went in the chat, but Francis.
He's going to be looking. He's going to be analysing every last little bit of people's clips.
I'm just going to buy him a load of chicken spiders.
See, now I'm surprised that he didn't actually use that.
Ow. Didn't use what?
One of his chicken spiders.
He's got a communal as a man, eh?
No, he's got a male and a female.
He was trying a communal, from what I remember.
Don't
I
think
thought
I
he
can.
was talking about trying a communal.
I'm not good on tree spiders. I haven't got a clue, really.
No, it's a tarantula.
Oh, is it?
It's a Panthorbeta serranopolito.
Yeah.
Blah, 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 blah. I can say.
Oh, good night, Jade.
Night, Jade. Thank you. I know we had a massive communal regale. Massive poke communal in a massive fish tank. And one ended up eating them all.
End up well, yeah. Oh yeah, I remember now. Him saying, yeah, that did not end well.
He ended up with one big fat female.
Yeah. Yeah. Right, Rob. You're up. My lovely.
Okay. 2 seconds. Right. Fair enough. I've got 6 questions. Some of them are like 2-part questions. So, right. What were the last 2 Poecilotheria species to be discovered, neither of which will ever legally be introduced into the hobby, and where were they found?
Cool, you don't want much, do you?
I want to say they're found in India.
I know where they're found.
They weren't found in India. They were they were both discovered. One I think was last year, and the other one was 2013. I think it was.
Yeah, I'm not a big pokey fan, so I don't really know.
See, Andy says Sri Lanka.
Yeah, I was going to say Sri Lanka.
Is Sri Lanka not in India?
No, it's south of India.
I'm so bad with geography, honestly.
Jen's Googling.
Oh, no, I was actually the message, but no, I know.
Francis says is one P. rajayi, which, yep, one of them is the Poecilotheria rajayi.
Right.
Which was the first one that was discovered. They've found another one in the last couple of years.
Yeah,
again in Sri Lanka. So Andy and Daniel got the Sri Lanka bit right.
I knew it's Sri Lanka, but I remember seeing the post. But
yeah,
I was close then, though.
You were close.
Kind of.
India and Sri Lanka are pretty close together.
Like I threw and I landed in that area.
They're neighbours. It's fine.
Exactly.
It's somewhere around here.
Why won't they be in the hobby?
Because the Sri Lankan government won't let anybody take them out of the country.
Yeah.
Which is good, to be fair.
It is good. They want to keep them endemic to Sri Lanka, and they want to make sure they're protected.
Cool.
Because the amount of teas that are just getting snatched out of wild melons.
Exactly. All of this thing with the biru, you know, they reckon that was illegally introduced by a couple of people that poached it.
I can do the same, but surely if you take a few out and try and breed them, that's going to help.
No, they just want it. They want it to be kept in that country. They want it to be kept wild, not.
I mean, they could do breeding programs within there, but if you took them out and did breeding programs, people would want to keep them.
Yeah, but people they won't let people keep them. The other one doesn't begin with a B, Francis. It begins with an S.
Because people are just, well, I mean, you've seen what happened to rhinos.
It's not Hanna Vinasumica, Danielle. That one's already in the hobby.
James, the Sri Lanka species are banned in the US. The ones that are already in the hobby can't be sold across the state lines.
No. You cannot sell from one state to another in America. Same with a lot of reptiles as well.
I know reptiles, but...
So the other one is the Sri Lankensis.
Never heard of it.
The what?
It was found a couple of years ago, the Poecilotheria Sri Lankensis.
Never heard of it.
That's the other one.
There's
the Rajaya and the Sri Lankensis. They're the last two pokey species discovered.
So there's 15 pokies now?
I think so, yeah.
What? Spiders, but I think all Sri Lanka pokies now fall under
CITES.
CITES regulations, yeah.
What's that?
So they're like
aren't them
protected.
That as well.
Like
basically, to import them, you have to have paperwork. You have to have all the legal permissions and paperwork.
If not, you can get like a hefty prison sentence.
Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah, my Bomi came with a site certificate.
Yeah.
What does site stand for?
Critically endangered something species.
Yeah, I don't know. Right. Question 2. Can you name the 2 genus of funnel web spiders found in Australia?
Australian funnel web.
There are two particular genus of funnel web spiders found in Australia. Can you name them?
The bigger one and the smaller one.
Perfect.
Red and brown. red and brown.
Funnily, funneloo.
James, what is that one? What is the species name of that one? The Sydney funnel web.
Oh,
so you want the scientific names?
What is the actual genus called?
The scientific genus name.
Yeah.
I have a glassy evil blighty thing.
That's the one.
But going back to the pokies, a lot of countries are actually banning them now, aren't they? Like making them illegal.
Yeah. James says, "Fuck, it starts with an A." Yes, it does. There you go, Danielle. Atrax and Hadronychi. That's the 2 species. There's also a third that often gets mistaken.
Heady
Is Tanya right?
Atrax and Hadronychi, yeah.
Danielle,
please
and watch Ebz's bit and message us how many you actually got right.
There's
That's
also
literally like what I'm going to call my headache.
which is mouse spiders, which are often confused for funnel webs, but they're not.
Again, I have no idea about these true spider things.
Yeah. Yeah, Danielle, it's Miscelana. It's the mouse spiders. Okay. Next question. One for you, Ebz. What
Make
fish?
sure I'm gonna get it right.
Yeah, it's a marine one. You should get it right.
I should.
What fish related to the piranha has teeth that look almost human, and why do they have them?
Ah,
What I've seen this a lot of thoughts.
It's
It's
actually
not
a
parrotfish.
relative. It's a relative of the piranha.
it's not parrotfish.
It is.
It's not a parrotfish.
Parrotfish has got a beak.
Yeah.
I can see it and I can't remember what it's called.
Cowfish?
I can see
Tyler
it's
says-
teeth.
Tyler says a pacu. Francis says a cowfish.
I'd love a cowfish, but they need such a massive tank.
Danielle says red-bellied pacu.
But they've got like the proper square little teeth, haven't they?
They look like human molars.
Yeah.
Yeah. Andy says the oral bee fish.
A pigfish.
Well, Tyler was first with the answer. It is actually the pacu.
Ah.
And it's the reason it has like human, they look like molars, is because they eat crustaceans and they need those heavy set teeth
Crush them.
to crush the shells.
Ah.
And
They
they're
literally
also,
grind on them, don't they?
yeah, they do have another name, which is the ball cutter. Because, this is true, right? Because there's a myth, if you look it up, there's actually a myth that
So he
this
bites the
fish
balls off.
likes to prey on male swimmers and literally chomp their nuts off.
Oh.
That's alright, little goth ducker.
I want a pacu. Piss me off, dare you?
Puts a whole new meaning to your balls are itchy.
Like the odour of sweaty bollocks. Nice.
Basically.
Oh man.
That's the only reason why you picked it, really, Rob, isn't it?
Basically, yeah. I'm not going to lie.
Oh my
Right.
god.
Francis and Ebz like geckos. You know I like geckos. Tanya likes her geckos as well. So, we all keep New Caledonian geckos. But can you tell me how many species of New Caledonian geckos there are? And if you can you name all 5 subspecies?
No.
Is the direct answer, yeah.
Hufflepuff, Slytherin, Ravenclaw.
Exactly.
Hufflepuff, yes. Ravenclaw.
So first of all, how many species of New Caledonian gecko are there?
You just said 5.
No, 5 subspecies.
Oh right.
So that's like your crest, isn't it?
I can practically break Eb's brains going, work.
Oh God!
That's it.
See, I can really rubbish at thinking off the top of my head.
Have a guess.
Tanya likes asking questions. She's like, answering.
Yeah, I'm shit at answering them. Don't ask me to answer a question.
Yeah, me too. The chat's posted. We're just supposed to sit here and look cute.
Right.
Danielle says
Danielle
there's 13.
Yeah.
26.
I'm just gonna say more than we own.
Tyler says
Leachianus.
Cresty Gargoyle and Leachianus.
Leachianus is what I was trying to blooming.
We haven't got one.
Cresty Gargoyle, Leachianus. Okay.
Well, Danielle's got the first bit right. There's 13 species.
Morning.
Morning.
But
Day.
can you name the 5 subspecies?
I couldn't name one.
I want to say Cresty's in one.
The Cresty is one, but what's its scientific name?
I should know this really.
Christie's
hadn't I?
Maximus.
Francis
That's the
on
one. Okay. Do you
Because
want me to tell you?
eyelashes just
They are
Sticky feet.
Rhacodactylus, which is your gargoyle geckos and your leeches. You've got Corolophus, which is the cresties. You've got Eurodactylodes, which is the chameleon geckos. You've got Mineira gecko, which is the chihuahuas.
The what?
And you've got the one Danielle's just said, which is the Bavaria, which is a Bavaria gecko.
Why are you talking about your arse?
No, I'm
So
not
which
talking about else.
Which one's a tokay?
The tokay is not a New Caledonian gecko.
Oh.
That just sounds like shit that should be in Jurassic Park.
That is the 5 species, 5 subspecies.
did not know that.
There you go.
Too hard a question.
It was too hard a question, but there you go.
The tokays just fall under nasty.
They are vicious little buggers, aren't they?
Yeah. We had to move ours in here from the invert room. And Francis had to cup it in a box. Cup it in a box. Box it in a box even. And it was literally trying to attack us through the box.
Oh, Tokay's a...
He was
bastard.
vicious.
Yeah.
He was very dark though. Like he spends all his time in the court back, so like he's never out. Like we've got UV and everything, but he was very, very dark. I don't know if that's just because he was pissed off.
Maybe. Maybe it's when they fire up, isn't it?
Yeah.
Travis, I said, where are the crocodile geckos?
Do you mean the crocodile skinks?
The red-eyed crocodile.
Yeah, the red-eyed crocodile skink. Yeah.
Gotta love a croc skink, definitely.
They're so temperamental though. It's like they need lots of like. I'd love one, but I feel like it'd just end up dying. Like, I need like lots of experience, and I feel like I ain't got it for one like that. So.
Watch a channel. Jen introduced me to this one. Watch a channel called Reptiliatus.
Yeah, we were watching that the other day where he made the
He keeps crocodile skinks.
Yeah, I think he's got 7.
He breeds them and all. Yeah.
Yeah.
Travis said I had a tokay for a long time. We called him Ducky because he sounded like it was quacking all.
Yeah.
I mean, even leopard geckos there, especially like little babies, and they screech, didn't they?
Oh my god.
They're so
Yoshi.
What are they
Every
gonna
time I missed them. Every time I missed her, she was like, ah.
Really? Leopards?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they can scream.
I have 2 more questions.
Sorry, Rob.
Okay.
No, you're right. Okay. The last Fatal Fangs clip, Mark used Leptrodectus hasselti, which is the redback spider. Yeah? But can you tell me how many Leptrodectus species there are in the world and how many of them are classified as black widows?
No.
Again, is a short answer to that.
It's less than 10, I want to say.
Okay.
Really, Danielle? All hand tamed? Yeah, hoggies are nice and vocal, aren't they?
Don't start me on hoggies. Mine is angry.
Yeah, They look cute, but I've never really fancied one myself.
Like I rehoused her the other day, and I literally did not want to pick her up. Like she was so pissy. Like I know she probably can't. Like she's not big enough to bite me properly, but I just didn't want to risk it. I was like, nope. But no, Rob, I don't know.
Too complicated. Just have a nice.
So
I want
Eb
to say
says
less than
she
10.
thinks there's less than 10.
I literally have no clue. So.
No.
Okay. There are actually 32 Latrodectus species.
Is there less than 10 classes?
As many as that.
Black Widow.
There's 3 classed as Black Widows.
I got something kind of right.
There's Latrodectus mactans, which is the southern Black Widow. There's the Latrodectus hesperus, which is the western Black Widow, and the Latrodectus variolus, which is the northern Black Widow.
So which is the true Black Widow?
Those 3.
Oh, okay.
They're just from different parts of the United States.
Fair enough.
But they're the only Latrodectus species that have that hourglass on the underneath of their abdomen.
Ah.
Which is why they're classified as Black Widows and the rest aren't. They are widow species, but they're variations of it.
What makes them different?
What makes them different is the markings.
And obviously, like, they come from different places, don't they?
Yeah. You see, Danielle's just put 32 species and 5 are widows. 5 are widows, but only 3 are Black Widows. Because one of them's a red widow, and the other one is a brown widow.
What a horrible colour to be in.
Okay, my last question isn't actually from me.
Okay.
This is one that Hayden in the chat asked me to ask everybody, all the hosts and everyone in the chat. Okay. He says, most invert keepers seem to come to the hobby at some point in adulthood, not as children. So what made you decide that it was time to buy your first invert, and why did you choose what you did?
Having my own house. And him.
And him.
He's the one that started it. I was still terrified of him when he started keeping them.
I was terrified. My son wanted one.
Yeah.
But my first one was actually before. I think I did this on my video as well. The guy that we actually got Nala from had a AVK Vic, and it was the pink toes that sold it to me. And I was like, oh my god, them toes are so cute. So then when I told Francis that I fell in love with a pink toe, obviously there's a few that's called a pink toe, aren't there?
Yeah.
And he found the versicolor, which was kind of classed as a pink toe. And yeah, he bought me my first wood.
Sounds like he's been what since he was 13, 14.
Yeah. So what made you buy the first one you did, Jen?
Jesse wanted a tarantula.
So why did you go for the Elbot?
Because I watched, well, I give too much away, but I watched a lot of videos, and I went on an influx of videos because I really the point when my dad was going to have a tarantula. My dad was going to get a tarantula because I was so scared of the idea of it. I like spiders and everything. I've always liked bugs.
Yeah.
But Jesse particularly wanted it at his house. So I found a spider shop in the house, like some crazy person. And they suggest the album.
Fair enough. So Tanya?
Yep.
What made you get into the hobby, and what was your first one, and why did you pick it?
My first tarantula or my first invert?
Your first invert.
Okay. Well, I got into reptiles about 3 years ago, and so I got my first bearded dragon, got my first snake, got a leopard gecko, and the first invert that I ever bought was some giant African land snails, because I'd always wanted one since I was a little girl, and I had some sick insects as well. And then what really made me buy a tarantula was that Annie, my youngest one, was really quite taken with the sick insects and the snails and all of that. And I thought, she asked me if I could take them down to her brownie meeting. So I did that, and I had some hissers as well, I think. So I did that, and the kids were fascinated. And I thought, oh, maybe I'm onto something here. Maybe I can show these kids that they're not scary, you know, and they're okay. But if I'm going to do this, I need some sort of spider. So I bought 3 slings. I bought my curly hair, a Vagans, and my first LP. Unfortunately, the Vagans didn't survive more than a few weeks. Didn't really eat for me, so I don't really know what happened there. But yeah, the curly hair and the LP I still have. And I started taking them into school, and we did brownie meetings. I did a cub meeting and a couple of other things, and then COVID hit, so I haven't done it since. But that's how I got started.
Cool.
You?
Me, funnily enough, mine's similar to Tanya. I got started in this about 3 years ago, and animals have always been my thing. I've always been fascinated by them, and I started watching a lot of videos on YouTube about geckos because they've always fascinated me. And then I found out that you can actually keep these geckos as pets. And so I started researching them. I started sort of looking at all sorts of different geckos, what you need to look after them, you know, and the easiest ones to care for were things like the cresties and the gargoyles. And that's why I decided to get a gargoyle gecko in the first place. And then, like I said, they are so cute. And like I said on Ebz's video, on the YouTuber video, I actually said within 2 weeks, I went from 1 gargoyle gecko to 3.
Yeah.
I thought Kermit was your first.
No.
Oh.
No, Kermit was the. Then after that, I wanted to get a Cresty, and which is where I got Kermit.
Oh.
No, he's not my first one.
Call it Kermit.
Because he's when he's fired down, he's green, and he's a frog, and he's a frog butt.
Oh, is it his tail?
It has to be Kermit the frog butt.
Mm.
But he was like that when I bought him. I think Cresties look better without their tails.
Well, I don't know. I think mine looked weird without its tail. Obviously.
Like, we had to catch our day gecko the other day, and it dropped his tail.
Yeah.
Oh no.
But the Cresties don't grow them back, but the gargoyles do.
Hmm. Yeah, the leopard gecko.
The day gecko is not going to grow it back.
No. But from there, I started looking at other pets and, you know, looking at other things that were interesting and easy to keep. And that's how I got into tarantulas. And, you know, the first one I got was my versicolor, which is now mounted up on a frame in the wall thanks to Jen. Because unfortunately it died. Like they do. All of a sudden it just died.
A lot of people say they are very temperamental, but I've never had a problem with any of mine.
Well, luckily mine now, the one I've got now, is doing really well. And I've had that since it was a tiny, tiny sling.
I don't know if people just overwater them.
No.
Maybe.
No, because I had when I first met Rob, he gave me a Versi.
Yeah.
And as like a sling, and I knew they were temperamental. I'd done so much research, so I kept it. But mine died through a bad molt.
Yeah.
The molt, it molted, but the molt, as it molted, it just completely just destroyed the whole thing.
It literally fell apart, didn't it, molting?
Oh.
Yeah.
Aww.
I would love another Thirsty, but I wouldn't get it. I would never buy one of his things. I would get one as a juvie.
See, mine was
Yeah,
a
see.
swing, and now she's huge.
I see.
I think a couple of more malts will be mature.
I mean, I got mine 2 years ago now at the BTS because I won 3 slings in a competition.
Yeah.
And I gave Jem one, and I gave Robbie's Talking Teas one as well. And his is still going as well, and his is absolutely stunning. I mean, it's female. So, you know, I'm just praying that mine is.
Could you not
there you go.
the malt?
I could. The last malt, it completely destroyed.
Yeah, they are known for destroying the malts, aren't they?
See, like my malt, it exploded through malt. But there was just bits of it everywhere as it malted.
See, Tyler says she likes the Cresties better without their tails.
That is fine, but we've got to. Well, she's got to be able to get mature first, and then we've got to find her a male. So
I would love another Thirsty, but no, I would never ever
they're
do this.
so pretty as babies, though.
Yeah, and
Oh, they are. That
dry this time. I'm sure I was overwatering them last time.
Yeah, I think it's the humidity that kills them. From what I've been able to research, it's the humidity.
That's what I read. So I was very anal about the humidity and maybe making sure it was correct, but
maybe it was just a really bad malt. Like, it happens, but
it wasn't bad.
Like, a lot of people say that theirs just randomly dropped dead.
Mine did. Mine was. It had it in its enclosure. It was living inside a bromeliad, like they do in the wild. And it was fine. And then all of a sudden, it came out and it sat out at the side of this bromeliad.
And then just
curled up. And it just sat there. It didn't curl up. It didn't go into death curl. It sat there and it died. It didn't go to death curl or anything. It just died.
Weird.
Yeah.
This is what happened to my canker jar. It didn't go in death curl. It just died.
It looked like it was just out at the side of its web. No death curl, no signs. It was dead. I mean, it hadn't moved for like 3 days, and I thought something's not right. So I sort of touched its feet with a paintbrush, and it didn't flinch. And normally, the minute you open that enclosure up, it would bolt. And it just didn't. And it was like, okay, you know, I touched its feet, and I thought, it's not moving. And then I literally got the paintbrush underneath it, and
it's like, oh,
yeah.
So why is that then? Because, like I said, I've had that as well. My canker jar, it wasn't in death curl at all, but it was dead.
I don't know why that happens.
That happened with my male Minac, but I'm pretty sure it had a wet malt because its legs was all wonky.
But that's the thing. Jen's Cancrochan hadn't malted.
I've been waiting for it to molt.
It looked like a perfectly healthy spider.
It was.
Where's the spider shop?
I don't remember. Where I got it from. I'll read out.
I know a few people that recently got a few from Spider. Well, I say recently, like a couple of months ago now. Probably start of this year, end of last year. A lot of people got them, and quite a few of them died.
No, I've had mine a long time. And I was convinced she was female because how big she was. And I've been waiting because she was for a while, and then she went into pre-molt. And I waited for it to molt, and she just died, as they normally stand.
Yeah. I've just noticed the time.
Yeah.
It's getting on.
Yeah.
So, Hayden, if you're still in the chat, I hope that answered your question. Like you say, you've got a lot of comments in the chat as well. We haven't really sort of been able to get through them.
If he wants to see more, then it is pretty much a question in my series. So if he wants to see other people's
Ebz is dying. Let's go, you know.
Yeah.
I'm knackered, man.
But yeah, that's
Yeah, we know.
it. We'll call it a night.
Okay.
Yes.
I can hear Pudding stirring as well, and she's
Okay, next
very
week.
grumpy at the minute. So
Who's next week? Is it me?
I think
you
it is.
are Rob.
Yeah,
It's one of
me
us
next
two,
week, isn't
yeah.
it?
Yeah, I'm sure it is you, Jen.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, because I was a guest on Rob. Then it was
Yeah.
Tanya's last week.
Yeah, it's me.
Yeah, so it's you next week.
That's it, because you were introduced on Tanya's, yeah.
Mine, yeah.
Thank you, everybody, for coming.
Right.
Thank you,
Thanks
guys.
everybody for joining us and sticking with us.
enjoyed.
I need to do the outro, don't I?
Yeah,
Yeah,
well
you
done,
do.
Ebz, for your first hosting.
Absolutely.
I tried my best.
And
Yeah,
the quiz,
Right.
that was
Good
that was
girly.
cool.
You did good,
Right.
girl.
Good night,
Shall
all.
I play the
Good night,
video?
everybody.
Bye. Good night.
Bye. Take care.
Oh, yeah.
Is it ended? Are we ended?
No,
No.